You are now rocking with the hottest boxing podcast in the land. True Media Boxing Radio with your host, Coach Malachi Williams.
True.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up, man? It's our boy, Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. True Media Boxing Radio, man. What's happening, man? We are back. With the lick read, everybody. I want to make sure I'm looking pretty good. Make sure we sound good. Hold on, guys. Let me do a little something. Oh, today, boy. Listen, I got that heat today, boy. I can promise you, boy, the old boy got that heat. Yes, sir. I got that heat, boy. I ain't shit, man. I'm tell y'all something, man. You know, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. I can promise you that. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. But I gotta call it the way I see it. You feel me? Anyways, let's see who here today, man. Let's see, Tenderoni Friday is my favorite day of boxing week. Tenderoni outside of the the actual fight day. I do love the fight parties and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? But shout out to Big Woo. He said detractors mount up. Yeah, they gotta mount up, man. I'm a handful, dog. I'm a handful. True. They ain't seen nothing like me, man. Shout out to doggone Darnell. Darnell say Omaha in the building. Salute. Shout out to Omaha, man. North side. Shout out to the boys over there, north side Omaha. Hey, Darnell, check this out, fam. Check this out. Well, check this out. Now, you know the only place you can get this is where? Where the only place you can get this at? Well, I still got that motherfucker there. Nigga holler about, yeah, he had cataract. Yeah, you see that punch right there? That jab, that's the cataract right there. See, he had cataract. Yeah, that cataract came from North Omaha. It was some cataract that came from North Omaha, and then guess what? It's snatching niggas' eyeballs. True. That was the cataract right there. That was the cataract. Bam! I got cataract. Bam! I got cataract. Bam! I got cataract. Bam! I got cataract. Yeah, that was the cataract right there. True. Yeah, we know what it is. We know what it is, boy. And you know what I've been noticing too? I got receipts of a whole lot of motherfuckers, right? Niggas all on Twitter. Now, the app formerly known as Twitter. Bro, let me tell you something. There are so many black shea butter laptop revolutionaries that hate Terence Crawford. And some of them are content creators. And the thing is, they left so many hate receipts out there, right? Hate tweets as well. They're watching the show right now. And the thing is when the shit didn't work out the way they wanted to work out, they forced to lean back like Fat Joe and the Terror Squad. So now what these guys do. So now they start moving the goalposts again. I want to explain something to you guys. This is very, very simple. You have a group of shea butters who have discredited a guy for 38 fights in a row. He did that. He ain't fought nobody. Well, not really. I'll take that back. That's not true. Really, it started when he hit the welterweight division. Errol Spence started it, right? Errol Spence started a firestorm he has a cult-like following. Not all his boxing fans, but there's a cult-like following. And it started in, I want to say September, October 2018. And it was a Sean Porter and Danny Garcia fight. See, one thing about me, man, I don't even play, dog. Like I'm telling you, man, I would destroy you niggas. I don't all y'all can come together against me. All of y'all come together against me. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be a big goddamn funeral. True. Niggas ain't on my level. Simple as that. Y'all need to come together for a Voltron or something, right? Just simple and not on my level, right? And I'm talking about the Shea Butter boxing community. All the Shea Butters, y'all come together, man, for a Voltron, man. Y'all get that shit together. Get with all of them. I don't care who it is. Where you from? On East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, down South. All you Shea Butter laptop revolutionaries, y'all come together for a Voltron and bring that ass over here, boy. True. Ain't nothing to fuck with. Anyways, 2018, there was a guy by the name of Errol Spence. And he got on the podium, and they asked him questions about Terence Crawford. 2018, look it up. I got the video. Terence Crawford on the wrong side of the street. Terence Crawford on the wrong side of the street. Y'all remember that? Terence Crawford on the wrong side of the street. Man, he ain't fought nobody. Man, who he fought that was better than Chris Algieri? Oh, man, look here, man. That dude he beat up in Dongo or whatever. Regis Prograde beat him up, too. You know what I mean? Only way that fight gonna happen, he gonna have to come lead Top Rank, come over here, in ESPN or Fox. I fight on ESPN and Fox. I fight on ESPN and Fox. See, these dudes want a nigga to they want a nigga to forget. I'm not gonna forget. I know you guys very, very well because I've studied you. I studied you very, very well. When I say you guys, I'm not necessarily talking about the people in the chat. I'm talking about the Shea Butters who's watching this show. Or who will watch the replay. I studied you. I know you very well, right? Boxing community, boxing channels, as well as some of their subscribers. I know you very well, right? So I remember all of this, right? So Errol Spence started the hate Crawford train. And I get that because he's a fighter. As soon as he moved up to 147, he started the hate Crawford train. But what happened was his cult-like following started regurgitating the stuff. You had the LDBC, they jumped on the bandwagon. They used to love Terence Crawford, but they started shitting on him and hating on him. Then the She-Goes, all of them fell in line because they decided to, we PBC. There was network and promotion of game banking. That's where it started from right there. I got the receipts. So, then it was, oh man, he ain't fighting nobody because they were regurgitating what Errol Spence said. And then I told you guys, the PBC, they control different YouTube channels to put out propaganda. The PBC watches this show, right? They have people who may be watching, they watch the show. They watch all the channels to see exactly what's going on. And they know that they pandered. They pandered to a group of low IQ individuals who, I call them Shea Butters, I call them Wakandas, I call them different kind of names, right? They pandered to their racial insecurities. They know these guys. These guys are very, very simple-minded. And they decided to be the digital Huey P. Newtons. They listened to Dr. Umar and all this stuff there, yada, 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 yada. But lo and behold, YouTube, the boxing gods created someone and they sent someone to the land to try to resurrect and raise the people up. The boxing gods sent someone to the land. The boxing gods sent someone by the name of Coach Malachi Williams. True. And the boxing gods sent Coach Malachi Williams with something called commandments. And I'm gonna repost the commandments on my community page. Just like the commandments was revealed to Moses. In the biblical days, the boxing gods gave me the 12 commandments and I had to reveal it to the boxing community. True. Sent me with the commandments and he said, look, the boxing god said, look here, you got to have a boxing criteria too. Right? So no one can stand up to me because they don't have commandments and they don't have a boxing criteria. I don't give a fuck how good they speak or whatever because everything I'm going to do is going to be based on that. You got people like Blood Boxing. That dude there's a boxing historian. Got people like Ring IQ. You have people like Scrapbook Boxing. These dudes are the truth. Scrapbook Boxing, Boxing Gyms, they the truth. All right? But I was sent specifically to deal with the Knickknacks, the Wakandas, and the Shea Butters. True. The boxing guys sent me to specifically deal with them. And guess what? I have been doing an excellent job at it, if I must say so myself. Let's give Coach Malachi Williams a round of applause, because I got a whole lot of heat coming today, boy. I'm gonna have Rick Glazer. I'm gonna have Rick Glazer on the show for about 30 minutes. And you know what? The reason, that's another thing too. So I like to cook. I'm a one-man show. I really don't really do good in the group. I had an R&B group back in the day. It was me, two of my homeboys, a dark-skinned dude named Jody, and another dude named Kenny B, right? And Kenny B, both of them had Jerry curls. So we was in the R&B group, and we used to argue about who gonna be the lead singer, but Kenny B was light-skinned and Jody was dark-skinned. They used to argue about who had the best-looking Jerry curl. So we really couldn't get the group off the ground because they having Jerry curl conversations. True. So I decided to pull a David Ruffin lead the group, or Bobby Brown lead the group, and I'm a solo act. I don't do well in groups. So I'm a solo act. You get what I'm saying? Anyways, let's get ready to get into the show. Boy, I got some receipts. Oh yeah, remember I told you guys I had a video that I was going to drop? Well, one of the members of the LDBC will come out in a minute and say, hey, look, man, we only got behind Al Heyman because he was black. And I told you they like to practice skin color politics. And I told you that has no place in boxing. Because, you know what I mean? Because skin color politics doesn't have a place in boxing, because guess what? It has nothing to do with a check left hook. It has nothing to do with boxing skills. And I told you, anything them niggas go with, and I'm not dissing those guys. I told them I'm through talking bad, dissing LDBC. I ain't got nothing bad to say about them 7-8. You know, none of those guys. I'm done. I'm done. You know, I'm done. Y'all ain't got to worry about me dissing y'all no more. That's over with. Now y'all will probably still diss me. That's fine. I ain't got no problem with that. But I'm done. I don't been there, done that, and I think I done a very effective job. So I'm done with that. I done moved on. But I'm gonna say this though. I told you guys. Listen, man. It has nothing to do with a check left hook. When I pick a fighter, I don't pick a fighter based on nationality, race, or where he come from, right? Now, there's nothing wrong with riding with your group. If you want to ride with a guy because he was black, nothing wrong with that. You want to ride with a guy because he's Hispanic, Asian, or white, nothing wrong with that. Tribalism is there. There's nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to me picking who I think going to win the fight, I like to use a boxing criteria, because skills pay the bills at the end of the day. And if you don't have the skills, and the guy who does have the skills, irregardless of whether his race, nationality, color, or creed is, that's going to be the guy that win the fight. So I make boxing decisions based on boxing criterias. I use boxing methodologies in order to come up with my conclusion on who I think is going to win the fight. I use my best hypothesis, educated guess, right? And it's going to be based on certain boxing intangibles that these guys have. On social media, it's the total opposite. You got a bunch of intelligent idiots, and then you have a bunch of low IQ idiots. So the boxing gods created Coach Malachi to come down from the heavens, and I came down to the earth to deal with the Wakandas, the Shea Butters, and the Shea Butter Laptop Revolutionaries. They sent me down here to deal with that. And guess what? I've been doing a damn good job. As a matter of fact, the boxing gods say they're gonna give me a raise. True. Yeah. Let's get into the show, man. I got a whole lot of shit. My cup is running over. Anyways, let's get into the show right quick. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. I will give a shout out to the names. Crawford versus Spence rematch appears to be over. I think that's done. And we're going to talk about, it's time to move on. But we're going to talk about how these niggas moving the goalposts. I want to see Boots. Before Boots, Spence going to do this. Spence going to do that. Before Spence, Sean Porter going to do this. Sean Porter going to do that. And see what these niggas did was they just kept moving the goalposts. Like because they hate Crawford, it's always going to be moving the goalposts as relate to him. Now, some of these niggas gonna try to act like, nah, we ain't never hated on him. We just want to see the best fight the best. Bullshit. True. Nah, you niggas know what you trying to find. Well, I think you trying to find the next guy who you think gonna beat him. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nigga, just admit it though. Stop trying to make it seem like I'm just this honest boxing guy. I just love the sport of boxing. I just want to see the best. Bullshit. You was the same nigga that was shitting on this guy. Now all of a sudden you love him? No. It don't work. It don't work that way. Fuck you niggas. I don't give a listen, my nigga. I ain't down with none of you niggas. Remember that, okay? Anyways, and when I say you niggas, I'm talking about, they know who I'm talking about. Now, the Terence Crawford and Errol Spence fiasco appears to be over. According to Terence Crawford via Twitter, he confirmed that the rematch is pretty much over and done with, and he wished Errol Spence luck by saying, "I wish you well, brother. Wish you well, brother." For me, this is a good thing. Why? Because now I know why Spence posted the video of him leaving the eye doctor with a patch on his eye. More than likely, he probably had a detached retina. More than likely. Revealing that he had eye surgery. You know, hey, man down, big, my eye hurt, my eye. Meaning that he had eye surgery for being punched in the eye from Terence Crawford. True. Because as far as I'm concerned, you probably delayed the surgery because you went around the world. But as far as I'm concerned, I saw them punches that were hitting you in the goddamn eye. The eye collector got his eye collected. Those are the facts. True. Now, although he hinted, Errol Spence, that he had to have the surgery. He had surgery for cataract. That's what he say, right? Cataract. I got broken ribs. Doggone snack. It was steroids. It was PEDs. It was egg waste. The illegal hand wraps. You know, crab in the bucket referee. His baby mama got him high in the locker room. You know, Mike Tyson edibles. Neurological disorder. You know, he broke his back. My nigga, which one is it? True. I'm not gonna let you get away. I'm not gonna let you get away. My pettiness hasn't went away. I'm not gonna be attacking these other dudes online. I'm not gonna attack. Now I will attack the Shea Butters, but I'm not gonna attack these other content creators online. I'm gonna back up off of y'all. I'm too good for you niggas, so I'm gonna back up off of y'all, right? But the Shea Butters gonna get it. I ain't letting the Shea Butters slide. Especially them hoe ass niggas on Twitter. Cause they watch the show too. Y'all some hoe ass niggas on Twitter. I just want to let you know that. Y'all some cunt, coochie, dick in the boot ass niggas on Twitter. Just want to let you know that. True. Anyways, although he hinted that he had surgery for cataract, we know that that's cap. Based on how bad that he got beaten on July the 29th, you know what I mean? How bad he got beaten by the man that they call Kunta Kente. By the man that they call Top Rank Toby, that guy. You know what I mean? Top Rank Toby and Kunta Kente put hands and foot on the one-eyed bandit. True. Yeah. All the excuses that Spence and his man fans have made to discredit Terence Crawford's victory have been ridiculous. Especially when Crawford predicted the excuses that would be made 6 years prior to the fish fry. True. So what's next for Crawford? I don't know. He did hint at retirement in a tweet via Twitter by saying this: I may give you guys one more fight, or I may not, because y'all don't know how to appreciate greatness when you see it. We want to see him fight Boots. Oh, goddamn, what happened to Errol Spence? Oh, now he don't get no credit for that. Okay, what happened to Sean Porter? Oh, now he don't get no credit for that. So let me get this straight. The same group of niggas who ain't never gave him credit for anything, all of a sudden, if he fight Boots, y'all gonna give him credit? I doubt that. True. The only thing you niggas gonna do is move the goalposts again. How do we know? Recent history tells us this. You're gonna continue to move the goalposts because you locked in and hating this one guy. For me, I say fuck y'all niggas. That's what I say. Don't come to me with that pro-black kumbaya shit, because some of the most racist things that was ever said about Terence Crawford came from black mouths, came from niggas on YouTube. It did come from the Klan, did come from Jim Crow Joe, did come from racism and white supremacy, did come from white folks. It came from niggas. True. Those are the facts. So y'all can miss me with that bullshit. Coach Malik ain't trying to hear that shit. Nigga, I'm not your friend. I'm not trying to be your homie. I ain't trying to be down. I give a fuck about you niggas. And when I say that, I'm not necessarily talking about the people in the chat. I'm not talking about my family in the chat. I'm talking about the niggas who I'm talking to. If I throw a rock in a pack of dogs, and if you get offended, it's the hit dog that hollers. If your ass hollering right now, guess what? You the niggas that I'm talking about. True. Anyways. Let's continue my monologue. The tweet is probably directed at his detractors. Crawford is the type of fighter that social media boxing fans hated on for years. And they discredited this man at every chance he got. I met the brother 4 times. Been to his house. His gym, his family. Like, bro, like, this is one of the nicest guys you ever want to meet. He's real, real nice. He's an introvert. He's real nice, but he's a nice guy. You know what I mean? Real nice guy. He's a Sigma male. If you don't know what a Sigma male is, look it up. It's an alpha male, but it's a different kind of alpha. He's a Sigma male. And so, he don't give off fuck nigga energy. So normally, dudes who are whole niggas, they probably, whole niggas don't like being around Sigmas. Because Sigmas give off a certain kind of energy. Alphas give off a certain kind of energy. And anything that's not an alpha, they don't feel comfortable around alphas. If you are the opposite of an alpha, your energy changes when you get around that guy. Did you get what I'm saying? Those type of people. It's like a wildebeest. It's like a wildebeest becoming uncomfortable when they get around the midst of lions. On social media, you got a bunch of wildebeests on social media. On social media, you have a bunch of sheep on social media. And the sheep follows the sheep herder, and the wildebeest follows who they follow, right? And they don't like the lions. They don't like the wolves. They don't like any of that stuff, right? Animals of prey. You know what I mean? So they don't like the predators. The animals of prey, don't like the predators. Understandably so, right? So it is what it is. Now, as I said before, very similar to how fighters like Roy Jones, James Toney, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, you know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather, Hopkins, Pernell Whitaker, and Larry Holmes, they was always discredited in their time, but they were discredited by the mainstream media. True. And that wouldn't be a bad move, in my opinion, if Terence Crawford decided to retire. You don't owe these niggas nothing. Like, they don't give a fuck about you. They never did give a fuck about you. You don't owe these niggas nothing. They still gonna be on here, mad, complaining, talking shit, like what they doing. Two figures, shea butter, all that. It's gonna be the same old shit. It is what it is. True. And then when they get in the black and white race conversation when it comes to sports, they're gonna be using Terence Crawford as a reference. Yeah, see, we got some of the best black fighters. Look at our fighter, Terence Crawford. Oh, you mean the same black fighter that you was shitting on? Oh, now you want to claim him now for your shea butter race baiting arguments when you're talking to different people. That's not of your ethnicity or race. Somebody stop me when I'm lying. Somebody stop me when I'm lying. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, phone line's gonna be open. Y'all can call the show. You know me. I ain't ducking no smoke from no nigga. Y'all know me. Anybody don't like what I'm saying, just call the show and address it. Say it with your chest, nigga. Anyways, and that wouldn't be a bad move in my opinion. Terence Crawford gave the sport of boxing, his all. He gave it his all. You know what I mean? Came from Omaha, Nebraska, ain't had a goddamn thing, and he took nothing and made something. Right? And there's really nothing left to prove, especially to these shea butters. He stuck up the bag from Showtime. These niggas running around, yeah, man, Al Heyman got him paid. Al Heyman didn't get him paid shit. He got his money from Showtime. I know that for a fact. I ain't got this one on YouTube channel. I got it directly from the source at his house. And the shit out of Errol Spence's mouth in the process while doing it. So basically, he beat the shit out of Errol Spence in the process while doing it by sticking up the bag from Showtime. That's exactly what he did. You get what I'm saying? Errol Spence said that he's not hanging up the gloves as of yet. So we'll see what Al Heyman, my boss, Al Heyman has in store for the big fish in his next fight. Shout out to those guys at PBC who's watching the show. Shout out to you. I still don't care nothing about getting access to your fighters. I still don't give a fuck about getting press credentials to your fights. I just want to let you know that. I'm good. Okay? True. Anyways, in other news, Artur Beterbiev and Callum Smith fights tomorrow night. They're fighting in Canada. All 3 titles will be on the line. The fight will be aired on ESPN Plus, and according to the odds makers, Beterbiev is a minus 480 favorite to beat Callum Smith. Both men have KO power, right? So I fully expect this fight to end by knockout. I'm picking Beterbiev to stop Callum Smith in under 10 rounds. The undercard starts at 5:30 p.m. East Coast time. While the main card follows, I think the main card starts at 10 p.m. So it's going to end kind of late. You get what I'm saying? If you would like to become a sponsor of today's show, send a cash app to True Media Today USA. And for corporate sponsorship, contact me directly at coach at coachmalachi.com. Let's give everybody in the chat a round of applause. Before we get into the show, we got to say all praise is due to the Most High, the Most Exalted, the greatest human being on the planet Earth, Mr. Al Heyman, the guy that y'all worship so much.
Well, I guess I got to be like everybody else and sing Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me?
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name,
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. Them names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I'm finna get ready to, I got my guest right here. We're going to have him on for 30 minutes because I got to cook. So, man, Lord have mercy, boy. This is a hell of a day right here. Anyways, shout out to my main man, Rick Glaze. You got Rick Glaze on the show. Let's give Rick Glaze a round of applause. Rick, man, I'm gonna have you on for about 25, 30 minutes, man. Then I'm gonna go ahead and cook, man. I'm hot right now. So, how you doing?
Not bad. Thanks for having me today, and happy Friday to everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, I appreciate that, man. As a matter of fact, sorry about that. Let me go ahead and bring you up. I don't have you up right there. Rick, what's going on in the sport of boxing, man? Any boxing news that you can share with the public?
Just waiting for this. It's been since December 7th when the PBC Amazon deal was announced, and they haven't announced any fights. And if you do the adding and subtracting, it's about 38 days ago. So doesn't where are these fights that you're promising for March?
I don't know if you know what's going on pretty much on social media, with the Terence Crawford and Spence and this and that and all the stuff that's going on back and forth. I'm gauging from what Bud said on Twitter that now that Spence came out, said he had cataract surgery on his eye from getting punched in the eye by Terence Crawford. Now, there's rumors that, hey, this fight is done. And the rematch is done. And based on what people are reading the tea leaves from what Bud said on his Twitter account, he said he's glad it's over with, over and done with, and he wished Errol Spence the best of luck. So what does that tell you? Does that tell you that there's no rematch?
Yeah, it's no rematch. And his deal was for a rematch with Spence, and there's no rematch in a timely fashion. Nobody's gonna, why would anybody what judge, what court of law would hold up a fighter from fighting if the other guy can't fight? They'd be denying the right to Bud to make a living, go on to fight somebody else. If Crawford wants to fight him later on and Spence wants to fight him later on, I'm sure it can be done. But where was the money coming from for this fight anyways? It was such a gross mismatch. There was no reason to have this fight happen again. So, I mean, it makes sense for all the parties to sever. Spence can go out and get his eyes fixed, go out and maybe get a win, and then maybe fight a Tim Tszyu at 54 or something like that. But to go on and try to beat Crawford, that's not happening this lifetime or the next.
Yeah, man, I totally agree with you on that. I don't know about the Tim Tszyu fight, but I totally agree with you about him being Crawford in this time and next. That ain't happening. Shout out to Super G for dropping a half a dub. He say just saying salute from Port St. Lucie. Salute to you, fam. So basically, what are the options then? Terence Crawford is a free agent, and I know when you're a free agent, you got several things you can do. He also hinted at he may retire. He also hinted at maybe retiring. So he can do that if he wants to. If he want to retire, he can damn sure do that. He has a well-decorated career. Has some hell of a fights. He's in the history books. There's nothing that anyone can do to take that away from him. So what say you about that? If he decides to retire, do you think he'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Oh, there's not even a question. I'm a Hall of Fame voter myself, and they're called electors.
Yes, sir.
And there's no question that he gets in on the first ballot. Not even a question.
So you are one of the electors. I'm glad you said that, Rick. So can you please explain to the audience, what's the process or what's the decision making on when it comes to who you guys choose, pick, or vote for for the Hall of Fame?
Well, first of all, there's what they call a. I'm trying to think of the name of the committee. There's a committee that it's 3 people that are on the committee, and they put 40 people on the ballot. Okay, in the classification called modern boxing, modern fighters, the modern. So in the meantime, there's 40 guys on that class. And after 10 years, if you don't get in, you get removed from the ballot. And then they put more guys on. And they put more guys on every year as people are available that they come do. It's 3 years you have to be retired from your last fight. And it used to be 5, but it's 3 in the last few years now. It's been 3. And then once that they establish a ballot, the 40 people, then they send them out. And I vote for them. There's approximately 240 voters around the world.
240 voters. So do they take into consideration what people say on social media, like let's say Twitter? Do they take boxing Twitter opinions into consideration?
No, they take their records, their resumes, who like such who they beat, how many titles they won, what an influence they were to boxing. In other words, like Arturo Gatti got in on influence, what he meant to boxing. Boom Mancini got in on that merit in that category. Super popular fighters, and what they meant to boxing when they fought. And that's how it works. And then they vote, and they vote. They vote 3 guys in every year in that category, and you're allowed to vote for 5 people, 5 different people you're allowed to vote for. You have to vote for at least 3, and they do put 3 in.
All right, I'm glad you clarified that. So they don't take the opinion, they don't take into consideration what boxing Twitter or YouTube have to say.
No.
Oh, okay. I
didn't know anybody. I didn't know anybody did. I don't know
the way. I don't know the way these dudes be arguing for 10, 11, 12 hours about a whole lot of shit they don't know nothing about. I was under the impression that they had a whole lot of power. So it's just a bunch of nothing. Okay, I'm glad you broke that down. So what say you about some of the excuses that Errol Spence is coming out with now as it relates to, hey man, why he lost against Terence Crawford? He said that, hey man, I had the cataract surgery on my right eye. The Cataract broke down, so why you think I was getting hit with so many jabs and hooks? So basically he's hinting that, hey, that's why, because I wasn't right. Then we hear that he had. I got one more thing. Then we hear, videos put out there that he had broken ribs. He was high, Terence Crawford had egg weights in his gloves. He had illegal hand wraps. Crawford cheated. Just a whole lot of, it was snack, PEDs. What say you, Rick? How do you feel about all this stuff?
Well, it's all what I call babaluba bullshit. And to show you about the cataracts, first of all, they have very stringent medical testing in the state of Nevada. And in the meantime, his eyes were bad, they wouldn't have let him fight. There's certain standards that the retinas and everything has to have cataracts and retinas that they have to have. They do a eye test. They dilate the pupils. It's got to be done by an ophthalmologist, not an optometrist, and it's very strict. And if he would have had anything like that before the fight, they wouldn't have let him fight. So they wouldn't let him fight. Period. So it's all bullshit.
So the next question I would have is this: if that was the case that he had all these injuries and stuff, why would Al Heyman allow his beloved son Errol Spence to go in there at such a physical disadvantage like that? Like, why would he do that?
Well, I'm not saying Al Heyman is beyond that, but I'm saying I don't believe it to be the truth here.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't believe it. I don't believe it to be the truth either. I'm being facetious, Rick. Of course, I'm very, very facetious. I got a master's degree in sarcasm, so you got to be able to pick up on that from time to time. But so now we still haven't heard anything about his schedule. So Spence ain't no telling when he's coming back to the fight game. I don't know. Maybe his fans can probably, his fans, maybe we'll see what they can galvanize for him. As it relates to Terence Crawford, we don't know. I did speak to Bomac, had a conversation with him. I'm not at liberty to share what we spoke about. did reach out to Ish, his agent and stuff like that. So we'll see. I think Bud is on his way back to America. I'll probably be going to Omaha I'm going to Omaha probably soon. To go holler at him. I'm gonna be traveling a little bit, so see what's going on. But what say you? What? I don't know. Do you foresee him having any more fights and fighting any more PBC fighters, or what do you think his next move would be?
I think these fighters are possible. I think Tim Tszyu is a possibility. I think Teofimo is a possibility. Two possibilities for him. I also believe that I don't think they can sell Jamal Charlo anymore, or Jamel Charlo anymore for any big amount of money after that lack of performance with Canelo. And I think there's a very he can fight Boots. There's about 3 or 4 guys he can fight. Canelo, of course, where he can make big money. Which would be Teofimo, Boots, Canelo, and Tim Tszyu. I would say the least amount of money you could make fighting all those guys would be Boots.
Why would Boots be the least amount of money?
Because it doesn't mean anything internationally. It only means something in the United States, and that's not enough to carry that kind of fight. There's just not enough revenues. It's not going to do enough revenues on pay-per-view to carry that fight in at the door. There's not enough to pay both guys and pay the undercard and all the expenses associated with the show.
Yeah. So Canelo, I don't think he's gonna get that fight at all. So Tim Tszyu, I think the Tim Tszyu fight would be big, huge in Australia. What say you?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It would be big here because of a lot of Australians would come here. You'd probably get 15,000 Australians coming here, and also the pay-per-view over there. That would be a big fight no matter where it is.
So what network will pay for it?
It'll be pay-per-view, and it would do well on pay-per-view. You got Australia. It can be shown around the world. It's one of those fights that would need a good push, a good Mexican undercard. To attract Mexican people to buy the pay-per-view, the second, third, and fourth fights on your show, good Mexican fights. But I think it would do well on pay-per-view. It wouldn't do huge numbers, but it would do enough to pay for the show.
So my thing is like I think Tim Tszyu, I think he got it. Well, Tim Tszyu. I think he's with No Limit Promotions. Yep. And I know Bud has his own promotional company. I know that. So, like, how would something like that work out? Like, a network would come. Like, explain to me the process. Like, let's explain to me how that would go down.
Well, they would probably divide the profits up accordingly. I don't think they would guarantee anybody any money. I just think that they could promote the show themselves and hire a promoter to run the show for them. And all that kind of stuff. And, Bud's got a very capable attorney. Used to be an executive at Top Rank.
Right.
And I think that they would do well. I mean, they could divide up the profits like, 66, 65, 35, 60, 40, something like that. And I don't think they would need a guarantee. Those guys would make enough money without the guarantee.
Wow. You mentioned Teofimo Lopez. I see Teofimo Lopez been chattering a lot lately about Bud Crawford. Why you say you think that'll be a big fight?
Well, Teofimo's got a big mouth, and he's got a good following, and I think it would do well. I think it'd do very well, actually.
Teofimo. So that'll be Teofimo's biggest fight.
Right.
What weight class would this fight be at?
147.
So they're gonna have if Crawford, they're gonna have to offer Crawford something that's going to convince him to stay at 147 if he's deciding to move up.
Correct.
So all right. So what's the deadline on Crawford with these belts? He have 3 belts. Some say that he's holding up the welterweight division now. I think it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that he's not going to fight Errol Spence, because Errol Spence, his eyes down, he can't fight. There's no rematch. Nobody wants to see Errol Spence get put in a coffin like he did July 29th anymore. His fans don't want to see it really. So Al Heyman probably don't want to see it. Don't nobody want to see it. I know his mom and daddy don't want to see it. So what say you? What's up with those belts?
Actually, I wanted to see it happen again.
Oh, me too. I want to see it happen again as well. I want to see the meltdown all over again. I swear to God, I do. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I'm gonna have the same joy and enthusiasm that on the second fight if it would have happened that I did in the last fight. Not necessarily more so to see Errol Spence get beat down, but to see his man fans. He has some of the craziest man fans I've ever seen in my life, and I just like to see their ass cry. And I like to, just antagonize them and provoke them. I love doing that. So I would love to see that. Like, I find so much joy in that myself. If I was in church, I would get the Holy Ghost at seeing that again. But since I'm not in church, I won't get the Holy Ghost and we won't see it again. What say you about those belts? Like, what's going to happen with the belts? What are the mandatories due for those 3 straps?
I haven't followed it at all about when the mandatories are due, but you don't have to do the belts in a timely fashion, except for the IBF. He already gave that one up. So and Boots took that email belt. I don't know when they're due, but that's really beside the point at this time. He's the champ. He's carrying all the cards, and whenever he decides to fight again, the belts will be on the line. That's all there is to it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm gonna try to find out something, man, because I talk to those guys a lot. I try to find something out, man. They keep everything close to the vest. Well, you know what I know? What I did notice was there's a lot of Julie. What is it? Wasn't it Julie Goldminer? Julie, right?
Yes.
Publicist, yeah. I noticed Bud got quite a few people. That he worked with. That's probably that have been working with been top ranked for a while. Ishmael Henson. I had a long conversation with Ish. He told me how he pretty much got started. I think he told me that Crawford is the only fighter that he's an agent of. That's the only fight he represents. He represents football players and basketball players.
He's got a couple guys that are with Top Rank. He's got what's his name? Keyshawn Davis, I believe. They've got a couple of those guys at Top Rank.
Oh, I didn't know he still had those guys.
Yeah,
I know. Mm-hmm. I know. He told me that he's been with Top Rank for a while. He said, I've been working with Top Rank for years, so look like he got a damn good team around him. I know that for a fact. I met every last one of them, man. They some good people. He got a really good team around him. So, what do you think that the sanctioning bodies would I don't know what like the deadlines would be for these fights to happen at welterweight. I don't know. It don't look like they're trying to. He just got the belts July last year, so it don't look like they're trying to pressure him. Yeah, they don't look like they're trying to pressure him right now.
No, the only one did the IBF, and he said, "Here's your belt back. Goodbye."
Yeah. I know. Boots and them they filed the paperwork for that. I have a video where Bowes and Ennis said that they was waiting a while because they were trying to fight Spence for the IBF title, but they were sitting around waiting, and then of course Spence and Crawford fought. Crawford got the belt, and Crawford ended up inheriting, Errol Spence's mandatory.
Mandatory, right?
Yeah, so and that's what Bowes Ennis said out of his mouth. I actually had a video. I made a video on it, and I was looking to drop it today, but I didn't. But I'll probably drop it tomorrow. It's always good to have those receipts out there because a lot of narratives being pushed, and it's just too easy to blow these narratives up because it's not based on anything factual. It's based on their emotions and their hatred for a particular fighter. So when you have this type of emotional hate for a particular fighter, these guys have a tendency to make up lies to fit their narrative, i.e., confirmation bias. So all right. So moving on. Tomorrow night we have Beterbiev fighting Callum Smith. What say you about that fight?
Well, they're both great punchers. Beterbiev's a little better puncher, but he's almost 40 years old. He's on 40-year-old legs, and Callum Smith can punch. And I'm favoring Beterbiev to win the fight, but I also will say that Callum Smith can win the fight by knockout.
You think Callum Smith can win that fight by knockout? He has a punch.
No, I said he can. I'm not saying he will. Oh. It'll be an upset, but he's capable of pulling the upset.
You know what, man? I'm like, oh man, Artur Beterbiev, he's one of my, Beterbiev, Beterbiev, whatever. I like this guy. I really like this guy, man.
Right.
He looks very intimidating. He looks like the Terminator. I'm just saying his facial expressions, like he looks like he's a no nonsense guy. And when he steps in the ring, he means business. Now he does get hit, but he's able to overcome adversity and he stops guys. And it seems to me, Steve, that when this guy throw punches and he lands, it seems like these punches really hurt. Like you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, they have a different sound to them. They have a different sound to them.
And like they had that thump. Rick, when are you going to pivot a little bit? When are you going to the next Golden Boy event?
Well, I just had the ones at this past weekend at the Virgin in Las Vegas.
Yeah, Virgin.
I'm not going to the Phoenix one. I have a conflict, scheduling conflict.
Okay.
I have a wedding that weekend that I'm obligated to go to, so I'm not going to be going to the Golden Boy show. But I'll be going to the Golden Boy show definitely in March at the Cosmopolitan, March 16th. So I'll definitely be going to that one.
Are you at liberty to share who's fighting on the main card or no?
Yeah, what's his name fighting? What is William Zepeda is supposed to be fighting? He's supposed to be fighting. He's supposed to be fighting Maxie Hughes from England, an IBF. I believe it's an IBF eliminator.
That's the main event.
Yeah, I believe it is. Yes, it is.
Oh, Rick, I heard something different, Rick.
What'd you hear?
I heard that it's going to be a March 16th fight. I heard that, but I'm hearing something that Ryan Garcia is in the mix on that.
It's supposed to be a different date.
Yeah, I'm hearing. I ain't gonna share that. I'm hearing something about Ryan Garcia now in March to be announced opponent.
Well, I don't think it's going to be at the Cosmopolitan. He would go into a bigger room than that. This show is at the Cosmopolitan. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be that. I don't think Ryan's going on that date. I know Ryan's going to be going in that time frame. I don't think on that date.
So you get what I'm saying? So have my sources been telling me right? Something's going to happen in March as it relates to Ryan?
Yeah. It's supposed to happen in March, but it's not going to be March 16th because they're going to the Cosmo on March 16th, and the Cosmo is not a big enough room for Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, I got you. I'm just saying, I know that my sources told me this.
Right.
And I say, man, I'm gonna drop it on Rick. I'm gonna drop it on Rick very vaguely.
Is that sources or sauces?
No, it's I'm talking about these reliable. Listen, Rick, these are reliable sources. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about sources like Ryan Garcia's baby mama cousin on his sister's side, auntie, nephew, and them. That's that type of source. Shout out there, New Way Zilla. He said on Rick Glazer is Virgil Ortiz versus Tim Tszyu possible in 2024?
Absolutely possible. Absolutely.
You think, man, Virgil ready for Tim Tszyu right now?
Oh yeah. Virgil's ready for anybody. He's a beast.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. Not next. I think maybe later on in the year, maybe. But
I don't know about next, but this year. You said 2024, so that's this year.
Okay.
So I don't know. I don't think it's next, but I think it'll happen this year. Yes.
All right. Shout out to the Martin dropping that quarter of a dub. He said, Rick, you have any Cameron Duncan stories? He said, I know he managed fighters like Crawford and Mikey Garcia.
Well, I'd rather not talk about it. Everybody got mad at me for what I said in his when I announced it on Facebook. I mean, on Twitter that he passed away. I was the first one to break the news, and I said something that wasn't everybody who said it was in bad taste, even though I told the truth.
Yeah, Rick, it was in bad taste, Rick. I saw the tweet. It was in bad taste, being the circumstances. I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? But we'll move on from that because I don't want this show to shift towards that. But we'll discuss that off air. But as it relates to the rest of the boxing, scene, we're still waiting on the schedule from PBC. So we'll see exactly what's going to go on with Tank Davis, those other guys. They have a lot of fighters over there. I don't think no one has heard anything as it relates to yet. We know they have the deal with Amazon. You the one broke the news that there's no money involved with the Amazon deal. It's just distribution. and that appears to be true because we haven't heard any dates. I'm hearing they're having issues with Tank Davis wanting to get paid a certain amount of money, and the money is not there. What say you about these rumors that I'm hearing about that?
He wants 20 million guaranteed, and Heyman wants to pay him 3 to fight Isaac Pitbull Cruz.
You say
so
Heyman
he wants 20 million. Yeah.
He's not going to make 20 million fighting Pitbull. Is Pitbull a draw like that? Is he a $20 million draw like that?
No, nobody. There's no way Tank makes 20 million with anybody except Ryan Garcia. So
Ryan Garcia. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
but let's talk about something we haven't talked about yet. You ready? I've been getting abused for years about my pay-per-view numbers from Leonard Ellerby and Steven Espinoza. But in the meantime, if Showtime was doing those kind of numbers that they said, and not the numbers I said, they wouldn't be out of business now. They'd still be in the pay-per-view business. Now Leonard Ellerby comes out on Haney and Prograis with 50,000, with barely over 50,000, which is my number. All of a sudden, my numbers look like they're genius numbers, and nobody's even saying it. They're just stealing my numbers now. It's almost comical.
Yeah, but what it is as I said before, and I broke this word to the boxing community, confirmation bias. When you hear information that confirms what you want to believe, it's, this is how boxing works on social media. And you've been doing this a while, but this is what I noticed. The 3 years I've been doing it. So everybody's in their own cliques. Everybody's with their own tribes, whatever, right? So when we are with our cliques, our crews, our tribes, we put certain agendas for who we like and don't like, right? What happens is you have a lot of guys in boxing on social media. They're casuals. They don't know anything about the sport of boxing. So this is a different era. I call these social media boxing fans. So they ride for certain promotional companies. I don't know why they ain't getting paid. They ride for certain fighters. I don't know why the fighters don't give a damn about them. And they put certain narratives and they live their lives vicariously through these fighters. I get it. So what happens is if it's a fighter that's on the we like list, any information, hey, this guy did 200, 300, 400,000 pay-per-view buys, we'll jump on it. If it's and if someone like yourself were to come out and say, no, I didn't do that, it only did 100,000. These guys take it personal. They feel like, hey, when even if it's the truth, they take it personal because they feel like, hey, because they're living their lives vicariously through that fighter, they feel like that anything that doesn't support the narrative that they're pushing, they reject it. But when it's a fighter that they don't like, let's say, i.e. a Devin Haney or a Regis Prograis, whoever, and you hear those same numbers, hey, this guy only did 50,000 pay-per-view buys, then you'll have people like Booger Ray Leonard come out and they will recite your numbers. Now, I know Booger Ray hates your guts. I know you and Booger Ray don't like each other. I get that. That's fine. But it is ironic that he's quoting the numbers of a guy that he hates in one breath, but then when you put out numbers about the fighters who on their side of the street that are not favorable to them, he'll turn around and say, hey, don't believe what that guy say. He don't know what he's talking about. So it's a double-edged sword.
Yep. Exactly.
Rick, so listen, man, anything else you want to drop on us?
No, my Twitter handle is at Real Rick Glazer 1. I've got about 9,900 followers. And just always looking for people to talk boxing with, intelligent people that aren't racist, that know how to behave, and can act like human beings. And some of these people I have trouble acting like human beings, But like you said, they go for this confirmation bias bullshit, and they're all over you like a cheap suit. Yeah, with no facts, just emotions.
Yeah, Rick. I got before you go, I got a super chat right here. This guy named Rick Martin. He said, Rick, what's up with the UFC Endeavor buying Top Rank? Yeah, you said something about that. There's been a lot of
nothing to do with UFC. Endeavor might be buying Top Rank. That's a possibility. They're working on it, so working through the thing. I'm told that it's not true by a couple people, but I'm hearing by much more people that it is true. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
All right, man. Well, Rick, man, I appreciate you, fam, man. Everybody got your Twitter handle. It is what it is. And if you guys want to send Rick some mean messages, get in contact with him on Twitter at the Real Rick Glazier. He will entertain you.
Real Rick Glazier 1.
Real
Thanks
Rick
for
Glazier
having
1.
me, Coach.
All right, shout out to Rick Glazier.
Enjoy that meal. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir.
Now.
For sure. All right, man. I'm finna get ready to drop these phone lines, man. I just had to get Rick off right quick, because I'm ready to cook myself. So finna get ready to drop these phone lines, man. We finna talk this boxing shit. Anybody got something to say, man? Y'all call the show. You know what I mean? You know me, man. I want Shea Butters or Wakandas. Don't matter. Call the goddamn show, man. Just say it with your chest. I am ready, locked and loaded. Anyways, I got some receipts over here too, though. I told you guys, right? I told you guys that I told you guys, like, again, for all those who don't know, you guys know my background. I was a lieutenant out of Mosque number 47 in the Nation of Islam, trained by some of the best ministers around in the nation at that time, lieutenants and captains. And I told you guys I used to be a professional Wakanda nigga myself, and I used to practice. Practice in Victim Olympics, and blame the white man for everything. I used to participate in skin color politics, right? When I started this channel, it was going to be about race, religion, and politics when I started this channel. Thank God I did not go down that path because, a lot of the woke culture has taken over, woke culture, a lot of the bullshit that's going on now, the political correct stuff. I'm not a political correct guy. If you notice me, Coach Malachi is not a politically correct guy. I'm not going to say the politically correct thing. I don't give a fuck what nobody say or think about me. Male or female, black or white, nationality, whatever. I don't care. I'm not the type of dude that's going to say shit to go along to get along. We can agree to disagree and keep it pushing. I don't give a damn. I think you can see that. I don't care. I ain't trying to be down with certain YouTube channels that push certain narratives. I'm a lone wolf. I can handle this. Now, it's not me by myself. There's a lot of us, but I'm just the one that's on camera. I got the backing of some good, strong people. It is what it is, but I don't give a fuck. You get what I'm saying? So I'm glad I didn't go down that path, but I take that same mentality into boxing. I don't do skin color politics. I did it for 25 years. As a matter of fact, I have a lot of books over here that I studied in research, and a lot of these dudes, you guys watch Dr. Umar Johnson, you don't see a Hidden Colors DVD or two, and you think you know some shit, and you don't. This ain't your lane. So in boxing, I like to keep it boxing. You get what I'm saying? I don't met doggone digital John Gotti's on here. I don't met doggone digital Bloods and Crips on here. I don't met digital Gangster Disciples. I don't met digital Charles Mansons. I don't met all these goddamn digital gangsters who live with their mamas, ain't got no felonies, ain't doing no time, ain't killed nobody, but all of a sudden you pew, 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 and rah on Twitter. True. So I'm here to address the bullshit. I'm here to address the bullshit. Coach Malachi, I be with the shits when it comes to that. I specialize, I'm Unicron. If you know anything about Transformers, Unicron was a planet-eating machine. I specialize in destroying boxing communities and their Shea Butter Laptop Revolutionary subscribers. That's what I specialize in. I'm good at that shit. I'm known for making these guys come together to form Voltron and see if they come against me. That's so it'll be easier for me to destroy them. But I think that I've done a very, very good job at that. Now, I want to go up here to Exhibit A. Exhibit A, I told you guys yesterday that I got a video that I'm going to drop that someone from the Alphabet Board, well, I ain't going to say that. Someone from the LDBC, I'm going to be respectful, it just came out and admitted the obvious, the shit that I be saying. A lot of these guys, we going to support Al Haymon because he black. It's not about supporting, when it comes to boxing, I don't do skin color politics because these black fighters and these black promotional outfits or whatever, these guys they don't see the world through your paradigm. People on the bottom see things through a poor paradigm. I'm a victim paradigm. We ain't got no money paradigm. So what happens is they live their lives vicariously through people who look like them, who are successful or who appear to be successful. If LeBron James is winning, I'm winning because he looked like me. If Barack Obama became president, I became pro because he looked like me. It ain't about policies. It ain't about, hey man, this guy's doing his thing. He's making a lot of money. You know, he has a skill set. And they totally ignore other stuff. And I tell you guys, when you are a millionaire, and when you got money like Al Heyman have and Floyd Mayweather and all that stuff have, they don't view the world the way you view the world. They don't care nothing about that skin color shit. They making deals with these same powerful white people who you say that you racist and you don't like. They don't see you. They don't sit back and say, "Yeah, man, when I signed this deal, I'm doing this for my black brother that's at the bottom. I'm representing for him." Them niggas don't give a fuck about you. I told y'all that. I'm the one told y'all that. But I was called the cool Uncle Tom sellout for saying it. No problem. I can handle it. And I told you that a lot of these YouTube channels they engage in skin color politics. You know who they are. LDBC, shout out to those guys. You know, Dante's Boston Nation, shout out to him. Aki TV, I'm saying the names. I'm dropping the names. And I say, cool, listen, dog, like, I ain't got no problem with that. If you guys want to engage in skin color politics, there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you want to do, fine. But, dude, what does that have to do with boxing? And I told you guys, a lot of these guys, they want to relitigate the 30s, 40s, and 50s. They want to try to relitigate the past, talk about Jack Johnson, the black murderer's row. I'm like, what the fuck that got to do with 2024? And they try to pretend that, a lot of the same shit still going on. This is what we have to go through. Look how they doing. Look what they doing to us. Okay, well, if that's the case, how was Floyd Mayweather able to navigate through all of this systemic racism and become and have a net worth of $400-500 million? How was Al Heyman was able to get all of these billions of dollars from these different hedge fund companies like Waddell and Reed and stuff? Make that make sense to me. I'm getting to deal with Amazon Prime and stuff like that. So that should tell you their paradigm is not your paradigm. But I told you these guys will they will race hustle you for clicks and views, likes and super chats. And you have people who participate in victimology, who practice victimology. They're looking for that savior. They're looking for someone that's going to pander to their racial insecurities. Same shit politicians do. You get what I'm saying? So I'm the one that brought that to the game. So when I tell you that, look here, man, the boxing gods sent me here for a soul mission. I'm not here to pander to nobody. I don't give a fuck. I tell people like this here, just like you freely brought your ass over here, you can freely leave and unsubscribe. I will replace you. I say this time and time again. I'm not here to pander to any goddamn beta males. Give a fuck about these niggas. I don't. They need to grow up, stop being a bunch of bitches. Man up. Be held accountable. Be responsible. If you love your fighter so much and you see he doing things, making money, changing his family's lives, why don't you lead by example, see what he's doing and say, okay, let me see, can I better my life? Instead of sitting on social media all day, sending gun emojis and ski masks and demon emojis and talking about pew, 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 cool, Uncle Tom sellout, drop the addicts and all that stuff there. Because we don't believe you. True. Shout out to my main man Rick Timms in the building. Rick Timms in the building. JC is in the building. Knockdown 305. It is what it is. I want to show you something, though. I dropped the video today. I didn't put it on YouTube because I felt like if I'd have put this video on YouTube, the brother would have had it taken down. So to make sure that it didn't get taken down, I said, I'm going to put it on Twitter and I'm going to put it on Instagram. I put it on Twitter and I put it on Instagram, my Instagram page. So I don't know if you guys can hear this. I'm not playing it yet, but let me show you this right here before I drop these phone lines. I know what the fuck I be talking about. I'm pretty sure you guys know who this brother is. This is BFTB, right? BFTB. This video right here, I told you guys yesterday. I said, I got a video that I'm dropping where the brother's going to tell you, hey, man, the only reason we got behind Al Heyman because he was black. It ain't had nothing. And then he explained to you why. He explained to you the victimology. He explained to you the Victimhood Olympics. And he explained to you what this whole thing was all about. And a lot of the guys, and you have like the LDBC, and then you have children of the LDBC, meaning other YouTube channels who use LDBC talking points. And he laid it out so eloquently in here. Like literally, he did a really, really good job. I advise y'all to go check this video out. It's a good one. I don't agree with 99% of a lot of stuff that brother say, but this video right here, he dropped it. He dropped it. Did you get what I'm saying? I know what you said. You said that dude is weird and all that stuff there. That it doesn't matter whether he's weird or not. I want you to hear this though. Hold on. Let me see something. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear this.
Yeah, rode with Al Heyman. Now, what I'm about to say may not
thumbs up if you can hear it. If you can't, then I'll play it on my phone.
The most likable thing, but it's going to be an honest thing because I'm
playing it. Let me know if you got it here.
A lot of people rode with Al Heyman because Al Heyman is black.
Okay, say something.
So when we see a black man or a black king or queen on top, you want to give them the immediate praises right away. You want to give them the immediate protection. You want to do that. You want to, it's innate that you want to stand.
Let's go right here.
For years and years and years, we have rode with Al Heyman. Now, what I'm about to say may not be the most likable thing, but it's going to be an honest thing because I that's my thing. A lot of people rode with Al Heyman because Al Heyman is black. So when we see a black man or a black king or queen on top,
I know it sound low.
You want to give them the.
So you say it sound low. I got y'all. I'm gonna drop this because I'm not gonna play this. I'm not gonna play this whole thing. I know it sound low. I'm gonna drop my link. I'm gonna drop my Instagram, my Twitter link in here. Y'all, if y'all want to hear that video, go check it out right there. Y'all check it out right there. That's the video. Go to my page. Go to my page. Now I don't know if the Shea Butters gonna be mad at him. I don't know what type of backlash he's going to get from dropping this, but he literally dropped it. And I said, damn, this dude must have been listening to me. He admitted it. And he said that, man, when are we going to start holding Al Heyman accountable? See, I told you guys, accountability, when you participate in the Victim Olympics, accountability is kryptonite to a Nick Sack. Accountability is kryptonite to a Shea Butter. Accountability is kryptonite to a Wakanda nigga. And this is the cardinal sin, because when you participate in that type of mindset, you never criticize Al Heyman. Never. You never criticize. That's the God. You say anything about him. And that's what happens when you make someone a deity and you don't judge them based on their actions, or the content of their character or whatever. You judge them based on, you made a deity of someone. This is what's going on in boxing. A lot of tribalism, a whole lot of stuff, right? So I've been the one dropping this shit since I've been on for 3 years. I've been dropping it. And to see that brother come out and admit this, everything that I've been saying is shocking to me. Somebody sent me this video via Instagram, my DM. I'm not going to say who sent it to me. I got a whole bunch of messages right now on my IG where people send me videos. Literally. I listened to it. It's a 28-minute long video. I had to edit it down to 7 minutes. Now, some of you who suffer from confirmation bias, you're going to ignore it because, hey, man, I still want to, because you still got that tribalistic mindset in your mind, and that's fine. But I'm here to tell you this. Coach Malachi Williams, I'm not down with your crew. I'm not down with your clique. I'm not down with your Wakanda nigga logic. I'm not down with the Shea Butter Laptop Revolutionaries. I'm not down with the Nick Sacks. I'm my own man. I'm my own leader. I'm smart and I'm intelligent as hell. I don't follow nobody on this social media shit. They're not smart enough for me to follow. I follow intelligence. I follow critical thinking. If you lack critical thinking skills, guess what? 9 times out of 10, I ain't gonna even pay your ass no attention. True. I got some more stuff. In other news, I want to show y'all something. I got some good news. The PBC has released their first fight on Amazon Prime. Their first fight on Amazon Prime, 2 slick black fighters fighting each other. Right now, this is a video. There's 2 Amazon Prime fighters right now fighting each other on signed to the PBC. They're getting it in. Oh, damn. They get it in. Y'all can't hear it, but Lord have mercy, boy. This PBC first fight. First fight of 2024.
I ain't breaking no shit. I ain't breaking no shit.
Woo, Lord have mercy.
I ain't breaking no shit.
They going at it, boy.
I ain't breaking no shit.
Lord, they going at it.
Get in it.
Lord have mercy. Woo, Lord, woo, God damn. Call out, call out. Call out, call out. Ooh, God damn, boy. Shit.
Get that nigga, man. Now get that cousin.
Lord have mercy. Well, that's the first fight on the PBC on Amazon Prime. Let's give him a round of applause. Ah, damn, boy. Shit. Nigga, motherfucking Al Heyman came through. That's the first fight on the schedule. That happened right there. Not only that, that happened right there in the Amazon warehouse. So who say the PBC ain't putting on the fights, the best fights? True. Let's get ready to drop these phone lines in a minute, man.
Yep, that's right. I'm running things. Cream corn. That's why they call me that. Smooth. I got more measure for your pleasure. Stick with me, baby. I'll have you farting through silk. And let a nigga mess with me. I'll jump on him. All 93 pounds of pure dynamite.
Yeah, man, it is what it is. I just want to throw that out there now. That's the first fight right there, boy. You know what, man? You know what? Before we get into the show, we got to say all praises due to the Most High, the Most Exalted, Mr. Al Heyman.
Well, I guess I got to be like everybody else and thank Al Heyman.
I don't think that the contract negotiations was strenuous. I didn't hear nothing about no 60-40, 70-30, 80-20. Take whatever we give you. You put that on pay-per-view right there, boy. I think the people will buy that. For all of the Shea Butters that's out there, what's happening? It is what it is today. Tenderoni Fridays. We're going to celebrate. Enjoy ourselves.
Hey. Yeah. Oh, that look good.
Tell a nigga time and time again, you ain't gotta like it, but you better respect it. You feel me?
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. All three of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name.
Phone lines open, man.
You wanna talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
Call the coach at 530-494-9636. We waiting on your bitch ass. Some of these dudes is suffering from gooch grease now. That gooch grease is a motherfucker. You gotta understand, man. Some of these dudes, they got a bad case of gooch grease. So if you see somebody around here, you see them around here, man, they got an attitude. You see a man fan, look like his period on, more than likely, he suffered from gooch grease. If you see one of your man fans on Twitter, on YouTube, arguing and stuff like that, getting out of character, tell them, shut up, sign the contract, 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, take whatever we give you. 9 times out of 10, his period on, and he got on his maxi pad. Just want to throw that out there. You get what I'm saying? Might be suffering from gooch grease. True. Caller, what's your name when you calling from?
Man, you already know. It's inevitable. It's D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville, Baltimore.
D-Block, talk to me, baby boy.
Man, look what we talking about here, man. We talking about Errol Spence Jr., Terence Crawford. It's over. Mm-hmm. The fight is gone. The king of supposedly DeSoto, New York City, wherever you want to be from, but you ain't never going to be from Dallas. Your ass is toasted. Man, you got roasted. Your eyes, you don't even know what the fuck you looking at no more, man. Talking about you got cataract and shit. Man, get that shit out of here, man. We done with you, bro. You ain't going to do shit. It's done. What's your career, man? Like you say, I gotta respect you though, Errol Spence Jr. If you're hearing right now, I gotta respect you because you did come to the game, you did your thing. You're gonna leave with your millions, but you talked all that shit, and at the end you didn't back up your shit. You talked all that this street, that street. You gonna pummel Terence Crawford. You gonna bring Nebraska. You ain't gonna let his mama dance in the ring and shit because it ain't gonna happen. You're gonna go up there and make everybody look the way they, make everybody say, you were wrong. I'm the Errol Spence Jr. I'm the Punisher. I'm the Terminator. I'm gonna break down and crack down Terence Crawford. It didn't happen. I'm glad he's gone, Coach. What do you think? What do you think from this moment on, Coach? Where do you think Errol Spence goes from here, Coach?
Man, I really don't know, man. And far as I'm concerned, I don't know. But wherever he decided to fight at, I think that I think he learned his lesson, from going against Al Heyman and making this fight happen against Al Heyman's wishes directly with Showtime, because that's who paid both of those guys Showtime. So I think that he probably stay behind the PBC bubble. Probably have do a rematch with Ugas again, or just stay behind that bubble, man. Stay away from a lot of those killers out there, because right now what's going to happen is, if he goes at any other of those guys like Boots, stay away from Boots. You don't want none of that. Yeah. Just stay away from those. Just stay away from those other, stronger guys at 154 and stuff like that. Probably try to fight Erickson Lubin, or they got to be very, very careful with their cherry picking. With their cherry picking, they got to pick the finest of the cherries in the comeback fight, because he took a severe beating, and he got beat so bad that he had to have eye surgery and everything. So I think they just need to be very careful with the cherry picking. That's all. It'll be good.
Well, I'm gonna let it go like this, because they say I filibuster a lot, and I even heard that there's an anthem of a song that comes right after that, the Jeopardy song. So we ain't even hear that shit yet. So I'm gonna let it go like this, Coach, because I got nothing but mad respect. You came with facts a long time ago. You the GOAT, Coach. You brought them out and you whooped that ass, and you did what you had to do, Coach. You brought out the light on these motherfuckers that were lying the whole time, protecting Al Heyman. Deontay Wilder went against Al Heyman, went to go fight Parker with Saudi Arabia, got his ass whooped. We talking about Inoue fought Fulton. Fulton wanted to fight Inoue, got his ass whooped. Errol Spence Jr. went against Al Heyman, got his ass whooped. So everybody knows that the PBC fighters don't go against Al Heyman, because you're going to get your ass whooped. And Joaquin Davis from Baltimore's finest son, the one that you don't know where he's from, he's missing right now. We don't know where he at. And Calvin Ford, where you at, my son? Where you at, my brother? You still locked up? We don't know where the fuck you going. So I'm going to let it go like this. Everybody stay under the umbrella of PBC. Get your ass whooped when you go outside of it. Stay on your Amazon Prime, and we'll see if we pay for any type of fight. D-Block, D-Town, D3, D-Ville.
Shout out D-Block. Shout out to D-Block, man. Salute. You know what? Now, I told you guys, Rick Glazer was the one that told me that Tank Davis was having issues. Well, the fighter formerly known as Tank Davis was having issues because he was supposed to have a fight scheduled for February. January, February, something of that sort. But he doesn't like the money that's being offered to him from Al Heyman, because now instead of the networks putting the money up for the fight, Amazon Prime is not giving Al Heyman an annual budget. So since they are not giving him an annual budget, the type of money that those fighters were promised under the money that he was getting from the white folks, the networks, Showtime and all that stuff there, he's not able to pay them that type of money anymore. So that's an issue. And I'm hearing that, like Rick Glazer said, now I don't know how true it is, but he's saying Tank want about $20 million to get back in the goddamn ring, because he got a taste of that Ryan Garcia money. Him and Ryan, they made a big fight together. I'm hearing that Tank and Ryan made $30 million a piece. So the pay-per-view did phenomenal, which is great. That now he's not going to make that kind of money fighting Esau Cruz. I think everyone knows that. He's not going to make that kind of money fighting Esau Cruz and stuff like that. And that's just the reality. That's just the reality of the situation. You get what I'm saying?
I say what I say, and I deliver it.
You get what I'm saying? It's not going to make that kind of money fighting those guys, All right, let's see what. So we got another call calling in, man. The phone line seems like it's kind of heating up a little bit. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Mike from West Texas, Coach.
Mike from West Texas. Talk to me, fam.
So I think if anybody should retire, Coach, it should be Spence, man. But at the same time, I understand where the situation Bud's in. If he was to retire today, I wouldn't even be mad at him. He came and he did what he did, and he did it in a good fashion. So if he was to walk away and ride out in the sunset, I wouldn't look at him any different. But to be honest with you, if he's looking for that next big paycheck, I hate to say it. I mean, just boxing ain't the same no more. I mean, so as much as I would pay for his fights, probably ain't gonna make a lot of money, Coach. But if he sticks around to fight for, like, you know, to build on his legacy for history books, then yeah, I'm with it, man. Like, I would love to see Bud keep boxing. If anybody should go, I think it should be Spence, man. Because to be honest with you, all this faking these injuries or whatever he's got going on, like, I mean, I think he's either he's doing it to slide it back from having to fight Bud, or he's doing it because he's basically putting it out there that he's going to retire. That's just my opinion, though, Coach. Well, what's your thoughts on that?
You know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's clearly put that video out there because he let it be known he don't want no more parts of Terence Crawford. So it is what it is. At this stage in Terence Crawford's career, he's 36 years old, going on 37. I don't have a problem with him looking for a cash-out fight, fighting for a big money fight. Some of these same people who are Tank Davis fans, they argue that Tank Davis should get paid big money. They argue that Errol Spence should get paid big money. That's all we was hearing from Errol Spence fans. You know, sign the contract, 60-30, 70-30, 80-20, take whatever we give you. He the big fish, this and that. So, okay, so if it's good for him, it should be good for Bud.
True.
And this is what I'm saying, Mike, from the double standards and the hypocrisies. When the narrative fits the guy, I'm not saying you, but when the narrative fits the guy that you like, yeah, man, ain't nothing wrong with him fighting for this amount of money and that amount of money. But then when the narrative fits the guy that you don't like, no, man, he don't need to be doing that. He need to be fighting for legacy. The same people, I'm not saying you, but the same people who are about legacy, they don't give a fuck about legacy. They don't be arguing about no legacy on here. I'm not saying you. I'm saying these same people, they don't give a damn about legacy. When you hear them talk about their fighters, they don't be talking about that. And, oh, man, you know, my fighter, the big fish, he supposed to get paid this and that, and yada, 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 yada. So I get it. I'm telling you, bro, I've been studying this shit for 3 years, and I see the double standards, the goalposts moving in the hypocrisies. I see it. But I'm going to let you wrap up.
You right, Coach. That's what makes you different from all these other podcasts. You didn't buy, like, you didn't sell out, man. You're keeping it real. Like, kind of like what Cat Williams doing right now. He's exposing everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people want to hear the truth. People love the truth. And whenever you speak the truth, I mean, nobody can go against the light, man. You know that. Appreciate the call. All
right, shout out to Mike from West Texas. Hey, what to say? Jesus, he say Lar versus Bud. He said, what do you think about that fight? Or no? Yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't know, fam. Like, you know, Terence Crawford is in the position. He's 40-0, 3-division world champion, 2-time undisputed champion, first ballot Hall of Famer. I've been on the pound-for-pound list for about 6-7 years. Got a net worth of 9 figures. He's in the position to do whatever the fuck he want to do at this point. I really don't give a damn. Fight Boots for whatever money you can get. Who gonna put the money up? I don't know. Fight Canelo. Fight Tim Tszyu or retire. I really don't make me no never mind, to be honest with you. Caller, what's your name when you calling from? Caller, what's your name when you calling from?
Hey, my name is JB. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina.
JB from Charlotte. Talk to me.
Hey, man, I was calling, man, Spence. I mean, I'm glad it happened to him because it needed to happen. He was at the Dallas Cowboys game, the whole stadium. People wanted him to win. And it ain't happened. You know, Spence like that, high school jock in high school, play sports, get all the girls. Bud like that laid back guy that's doing his thing, and he beat him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's next. The rematch, that seems like that's a done deal. So there's no rematch. So we just gotta wait and see what happens. You know, this is January. We're gonna see what all of these fighters do. I want to see what the sanctioned bodies do. I want to see what's gonna be, what Bud gonna do, what Spence gonna do, what all of these guys are going to do. These other fighters, we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? So I have no way of predicting it. A lot of times you hear a lot of videos made. People be making a whole lot of predictions. A lot of that shit be wrong. So at this point, I'm gonna take the wait and see approach. See how it flows out. But shout out,
yeah, that's cool.
All right, shout out to JB from Charlotte.
Hey, I just want to say this, man.
Go ahead.
I want to see you one thing. Yeah, Bud won. That's all I want niggas to know. The first fight was the most important. It don't matter. That first fight was the fight that was gonna tell everybody they needed to know, man. So it don't matter. The first fight was the biggest fight, man. That's all I got to say. But thanks, bro.
All right, salute to JB, man. Salute Charlotte, stand up. Charlotte, stand up. JC, what's going on, JC? What you say, JC? JC say that's why boxing is messed up. I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this here, JC. I've come to the conclusion that I've seen the best years of boxing that I'm going to see. This is a different era. This is the casual era. The casual push the narrative now, and that's it. I'm that lone wolf because I'm not a casual. I'm that lone wolf, and I'm sitting here and I'm holding the line. I'm gonna continue to hold the line. I'm not going to conform. I'm not going to bend. I'm not going to relent. I'm not going to pander. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to hold the line. We got boxing. We got a boxing criteria, and we have commandments that I'm going to show in a few minutes. That's what I'm all about. I ain't no fanager. I ain't pocket watching. I don't give a fuck how much these fighters make. You want to know why? Because I ain't getting none of it. I'm not getting a dime for what Errol Spence made or what Terence Crawford made. I don't get a dime for what's in Al Heyman's bank account. And I don't live my lives vicariously through any fighter or any promotional company or network. You want to know why? Because I live in the land of reality. My bills are about $10,000 a month. Almost about $10,000 a month. I live in the land of reality. I don't live in that land of Wakandaism. I don't live my lives vicariously through anyone. I'm not looking for a social media daddy. I'm good. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, am I up? Is this me?
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
My name D-Web. I'm calling from Michigan.
D-Web from Michigan. Talk to me.
Hey, man. I just was calling in. I was listening to the conversation, man, and I honestly think it's over for Spence and Bud, to be honest with you. I think those guys had an opportunity to maximize and make big money off that fight. And whoever you want to blame, that's up to you. But I feel like they killed their chance to maximize, make big money off that fight. Basically, dragging each other down.
You talking about you talking about the two fighters, or you talking about the fan bases?
I mean, a combination of the two. Like the fighters and the fan bases, basically dragging the fighters down, talking down the fighters' resumes and accomplishments. They killed the money for the big fight. And now I think Spence got dog walked. Yeah. So, and I was a Spence fan. I was a Spence fan. I was pulling for Spence, but he got dog walked. So there's nowhere for him to go. I mean, where is it for him to go? He got dog walked in his last fight. Like, where's the big money fight for him? And then Bud, there's no big money fight for him. I don't feel there's nobody who's really there to challenge him. There's nobody on his level. So like, what is it? I don't know, Coach.
I mean, there's some fights that he can make. You got the Jerron Booth in his fight. It won't be a big money fight.
Who's not on his level, Coach? We know that.
We got the Tim Tszyu fight. Tim Tszyu, that ain't no easy walk in the park. I don't think he's going to get the Canelo fight. I hope he can get it. That's the biggest money fight he can get. Canelo, everybody want to fight Canelo. Shit, I want to fight Canelo right now. If I can get in there. I know I won't last 30 seconds, but that ain't the point. I'm looking for the payday. I'm gonna be holding, running, doing what I can do and instructing my corner to throw the towel in. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. We just got to take the wait and see approach. We got to take the wait and see approach. But we'll see how it play out, fam.
No doubt. And before I go, I just want to say this, Coach. Like, I was like on the other side for a long time on that PBC side. But I used to always come and listen to your show, man. And I have to admit that, man, I say about 80 to 90% of what you said, it came to pass, man. I'm not gonna lie, I gotta admit that. Like,
I appreciate
it did come to pass, bro.
Yeah, man, I appreciate
no
that,
doubt,
man.
Man.
I want you to listen to this video that BF put out. Listen to that video that BF put out. I got it on my Twitter account, and he's saying every goddamn thing that I've been saying for 3 years. The same shit that I was getting attacked about, but he admitted it, man. He admitted all that shit. Yeah, man, why we rolled for Al because he was black and, but he ain't doing this and he ain't doing that and we need to hold him accountable and all that stuff there. And my whole thing is accountability. That's what it's all about, accountability. When it comes to boxing and money, dog, these people don't give a fuck about, skin color politics because all of them do business together. These guys live in a different reality than yours. They have a different paradigm than you have. And a lot of these fans and stuff live their lives vicariously through these other guys. And if you just peel back the layers of the onion, take the emotion out of it, and look at things objectively and from an intellectual standpoint, you'll be able to make just very good, intelligent decisions instead of making emotional decisions. And that's all I try to bring to light And I get it. There's a lot of emotionalism going on with a lot of these man fans. That's tribalism. Tribalism goes on in every race, every nationality. That's what goes on. You know, I don't know, you from Michigan, but shit, you got tribalism going on. One dude that live in one neighborhood, that neighborhood probably don't get along with the other neighborhood. You know, so it's always gonna be tribalism. That's human nature. Humans are tribalistic by nature. You know, but when it comes to boxing, I just try to keep it to the boxing. That's what I try to keep it to. I'm not conforming for that. If I lose subscribers because of that, fuck them. I don't want them anyways. You know, so that's how I see it.
No, Coach. I told you, like I said, I was on the other side, but I always keep it over here because you can't ignore the truth. You can't ignore the truth.
Yeah.
Now, as much as you try, you can't ignore the truth. So I was always like, let me go check in and see what bro talking about. And slowly as time progressed, like the things you were saying came to pass. So I just wanted to give you flowers on that, Coach. Shout out, bro.
Man, shout out to D-Well, man. Michigan, stand up. Shout out to what you say, Troll said you just can't go too extreme. Yeah. I mean, you got a whole lot of motherfuckers extreme on here. Motherfucker be, God, listen, you know it's extreme. They be, God damn it, shut up, sign the contract. I got shooters. You better not come to Memphis. You know, drop the Addy. That's that extreme shit.
Bumper shooter, I'm my own shooter.
They're like, God, this motherfucker get really emotional about this shit. No, why are you over here, my nigga? You know what I mean? You know, you bitch ass nigga. You know, like it's like watching a kid throw a temper tantrum. True. Caller, what's your name when you calling from?
Yo, what up? What up, Malachi? This is Jeff.
Jeff, where you calling from?
California, baby.
Jeff from Cali. Killer Cali, talk to me.
Hey, man. I just want to know what you think about the 140 division. You know, is that a division where we're going to see the most fireworks in 2024?
Man, you know what, man?
You know, should we?
Jeff, I like the 140-pound division, fam. You got Superel Matias there, Devin Haney there, Teofimo Lopez there, Jermaine Ortiz. You got Gary Antoine Russell there. You got you know, Regis Prograis there. You know, Richardson Hitchens there. You got some fight. Ryan Garcia, Roland Romero, and which I hate to mention Roland Romero, but there's some fights there that can be made. Will they be made? That's the problem. That's where the water is murky at, because you know, will politics rear this ugly head? Will it be, hey, same side of the street bullshit? You know, certain fights. These promotional companies, they do work together when it comes to certain fighters. So we just got to see, man. It's a lot of fireworks that can be made at 140.
Yeah, I agree, man. You know, I also think that, I don't know what you think. You know, with this whole Amazon thing, just across the board. I mean, I think we're starting to see a price reset in terms of the value of these fighters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I totally agree. From what I heard from Rick Glaze, again, I don't know Al Heyman personally, but from what he's been saying, and he's been spot on with a lot of stuff. You know, like the Devontae Tank Davis, he's, you know, boxing is top heavy, Jeff. So, you know, you got the guys like Tank, he moved the needle. And Tank is a star himself. Canelo moves the needle. Errol Spence moves the needle. Crawford moves the needle. Deontay Wilder moves the needle, so to speak. You know, I'm just saying, like the top name fighters, I want, and like a Tank, like you say, a market reset. He wants to get paid big money now. After the Ryan Garcia fight, he wants to get paid that type of money or similar. And the thing is the money's not there. It's not there to pay him that. So it's okay. If you want this type of money, you're gonna have to have a big name fighter that's a draw. You get what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia was an anomaly. That was an anomaly. But outside of the anomaly, who else you can get that kind of money for? If he can't get that type of money, he's either not going to fight or he's going to have to compromise. And we'll have to see how that works out. So I think the market is going to reset. That's why I'm kind of looking forward to seeing, you know, when Terence Crawford retires, whenever he retires, or when Canelo, he's on his own planet, retire or whatever. These other fighters that's up and coming up, they gotta get it from the mud. They got to get it from the mud, and they got to earn their keep. You get what I'm saying? So I think it's a reset. I think the reset is necessary myself.
Yeah. One last thing, Coach. I also think that it would be good for the sport, and maybe with just kind of where things are headed, to start seeing more stacked cards. You know what I mean? We saw this Dubai fight where we had four heavyweights, two top names, and then Bivol also fighting. What do you think about that? Especially with PBC and Amazon. Do you think not every single fighter is a pay-per-view headliner? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they all think they are.
No, I'm gonna let you go, man. I answer that off air. Salute to you, fam. This what it is. This what it is, fam. We got another call calling in. What it is this what it is, fam. Carla, hold on. The reason why they put a lot of these fights on pay-per-view is because the fighters want a lot of money. So the networks at the time was with Showtime and other stuff. They probably like, look, same situation happened with Devin Haney and Regis program. Look, man, you guys want too much money for a guarantee. Okay, we're gonna give you $2 million a piece or $2.5 million a piece. That's $5 million. Now, if you want $10 million or $8 million or whatever million, okay, you're gonna get that on the strength of the back end, the pay-per-view, right? So you got to eat what you kill. So if you don't sell a lot of pay-per-views, the type of pay-per-views that you need in order to make the kind of money that you want to make, you don't get anything. You get that guarantee, and that's about it. You get what I'm saying? So you got to be able to move the needle with the boxing fans. If you can't move the needle to influence people to buy your shit, you're not going to get that $5, $6, $7, $8, $9 million that you want. You're going to get this guarantee here, baby boy. Whole cheese sandwich, pork chop bone, pot of collard greens with some turkey bacon on the side, and a case of Corona, and that's about it. You know what I mean? That's what it's going to be. And, that's why you don't see Keith Thurman fight. That's why you don't see, what's the dude name? The heavyweight, Andrew Ruiz fight. Andrew Ruiz is fighting, Carla, what's your name when you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Slim? What's good with you? Did somebody mention the almighty 140 division? I heard somebody say something about 140.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They did. They did, yeah.
That's division in boxing. But, yeah, man, you know me, Slim. I was always for the starve the beast type shit. You know what I'm saying? They need to starve the beast, and it need to be a reset. As far as Earl and Bud, Earl drunk ass should retire. I'm sorry. I know I'm harsh on him. To me, he's been a liability for years. He really haven't did anything as far as I'm concerned. So he might as well retire. He can't beat nobody. Who can he beat at 54? Nobody. If you name the top 5 motherfuckers, he can't beat them. 160, he can't beat them. 164, because I wouldn't even be surprised just to cash him out. As cold-blooded as Al is, Al is cold enough to still make the sentiment in Earl fight. So don't put nothing past him. Don't put nothing past that Bama. He is cold enough to make that fight.
What type of backlash? What type of backlash you think they'll get from the public?
It don't matter. It don't matter. He cold-blooded enough to make that fight. And as far as Bud, man, Bud just need to retire, man. It's nothing like I think Tim is gonna be tied up with Lubin this year. I don't think Cinnamon gonna jump. And I think it's nothing for Bud, man. He just go ahead and retire, Slim. Like, it was the worst thing, like I said, and I hate to do this banner bashing, but this, man, PBC is the worst. When they just hold up so much shit, man. They just hold, like, Bud could have already, we talking about an over-marination of a rematch. That man could have had a fight in by now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could have easily, okay, we can't give you Earl, Bud, but we got Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu got this Amazon deal. Y'all go fight.
Yeah, this is
do that.
They could have been did this. Yeah, you're right. Because
they could have did
everybody knew after that night, after that slaughter, that there wasn't going to be a rematch. They knew that.
It wasn't.
They could have did that.
Yeah, they had 4 months to make it. Y'all couldn't make it. Y'all should have had a date. Y'all should have already started. You know, usually when fights like that happen and they have like somewhat a rematch clause, A couple weeks after that slot or whatever the outcome of that fight is, they start the promo for the next fight. You dig what I'm telling you? Oh, they in training camp, so they do an extra long access with them. Follow them in camp. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do the rematch for a fight like that. They didn't. Man. It's just fucked up, Mo. And it's just a fucked up game. It's a dirty game. But I just want to touch bases on one thing before I roll. As much as I don't like that protected thing from West Baltimore, if he wants $20 million, he should get $20 million. If y'all gonna sit here and promote that little motherfucker like he the face of boxing, and y'all keep saying he breaking all these records in the box office and this, that, and the third, he needs to be paid that way.
Yeah.
Stop using him, because right now he's sounding he's getting raped. As far as I'm concerned, you paying him less than 8 figures sound like you raping him, because that's the way I would look at it. I was like, wait a minute, y'all using him to be the face of boxing, but y'all not paying me. But y'all want to pay me $2-3 million?
Yeah,
guarantee. If I'm getting $2 or $3 million, his guarantees be like $2 million, and y'all get it on the back end. Nah, y'all not doing that to that Mexican. If y'all saying y'all trying to put me, y'all, even though we both signed over, y'all still trying to have us neck and neck as face of boxing over this motherfucker. Yeah. I need something comparable to what he's getting, and that's the truth.
And you know what?
That's just that's the straight up. That's the dead honest truth. And I keep it 100. As much as I don't like him, but if that motherfucker say give me $10 million, I say pay him.
You know what, man? I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That's why I love you, brother, and I love your phone calls. You be saying some real shit. If this guy is everything who y'all been hype saying he is from a marketability standpoint, he should get paid $20 million.
He should get paid that.
Y'all paying Canelo a whole lot of goddamn money. And you saying that he's the face of boxing like Canelo, okay, fine. Well, he should get paid like that. They do that in the NBA. In the NBA, when you got a franchise player in the NBA, they pay him like he's a franchise player. If you got a franchise quarterback or a franchise player in the NFL, they pay him like that. If you're saying that Tank is the face of boxing, okay, what's the problem with him getting paid $20 million for his next fight?
I don't see the problem. I pay him. I'm not gonna be. I never got mad about how much money got paid. I just say he protected. But at the end of the day, he still should be getting paid because y'all built him up that way. Y'all make money off of saying that he's the face of boxing, whether y'all like it or not. Y'all make money off of y'all saying that this is the biggest draw. This is the guy. This little motherfucker from West Baltimore is this, that, and the third. Okay, y'all pay him that then, and with guaranteed money, and he get his back end, and he get all that other shit. But that's all I got, Mo. I keep it 100. I ain't here to fake with you. But that's my point on that. Son. Pay that little motherfucker. Fuck it.
Shout out to Ron Boy Fresh, man. DC, stand up. Hey, you know what? See, this is how you take their words and throw it right back at them. I'm a master at that. And Ron Boy Fresh apparently is a master at it too. This is how you take their words, their narratives, and throw it right back at them. No, you said that he was the face of boxing. You said that he's the cash cow, the biggest draw, and all that stuff there. That's what That's what Booger Ray Leonard said on Twitter. That's what a lot of Tank fans, the fighter formerly known as Tank Davis, been saying on Twitter. So okay, I agree with that. Okay, Al, if this is what y'all been promoting, selling to the public, what's up with that cheese? Why you can't pay Tank like pay that man then? Tank worth more than everybody on your roster outside of doggone Canelo. Shout out to Real Dude Uprising. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter upper. Bam, double your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. What to say, fam? Real Dude Uprising say, I can dig it, but these fighters must know pay-per-view big bag era is over. I totally agree with that. He said it's going towards guaranteed money only unless fights are happening versus marinating. I got you. Caller, what's your name when you calling from?
Jamie from New York.
Jamie from New York. Talk to me, fam.
Great call by Ron Boy.
Yeah, great call.
Like always. Great call by him. That was a great call. Yeah, man. So, Coach, this is how I see it, man. The situation with Bud. For me, Bud did enough in this game of boxing. He wants to retire. That's on him. The man is rich, the first ballot Hall of Famer. He's also undefeated. It doesn't get better than that if you retire. That way. Coach, Bud can fight Boots tomorrow, man, and probably win. Mm-hmm. The Watandas are going to turn around and say, fight Tim Zunic. You didn't do enough, Motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing, Coach. Listen, Bud is a great one, man. Respect to him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's give the man his props and his flowers, man. He earned it. He put in the time. Again, he's kicking everybody's ass. I don't see how, they don't see the greatness in this man, bro. I don't know what else he can do. But, again, if he wants to retire, man, that's on him, bro. And, Coach, tomorrow, are you, who you got tomorrow, Coach?
I'm going for I ain't gonna lie, man. I like Beterbiev, man. Beterbiev is one of my favorite fighters, fam. Better be, they call him Better Be. Better be one of my favorite fighters, man. Like I got that dude right there, man. Hey, that's a bad Russian. Boy, that's a bad Russian boy. Yeah. Boy, that's a bad Russian boy.
Well, Coach, I found out this morning online. I read somewhere that there is they've all signed the contract. The fight is on. It's Beterbiev wins tomorrow. They're gonna fight in the Saudis landed the fight in April. They're gonna fight in April and undefeated.
Yeah, that's
undisputed.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
So,
I hope that's true.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, it is. In April. It's done. It's a done deal, Coach. It's a done deal. It's signed, ready to go. Another thing. You going live tomorrow?
I don't know yet. I might.
Okay. Good deal. I'll see you, Coach.
All right. Salute, fam. I don't know. I think we're gonna go live tomorrow. I think we're gonna go live tomorrow, man. We're gonna take a short station identification break, and as soon as we finish, we're gonna come right back.
And ever since that first night, it seems like I've been going crazy about you.
Mint green chrome in the butt, burnt orange 550. Say the pinky ring pimp, give love pussy. Seafood, big pool, make your girl look. Backwoods, big grill, watch the chef cook. Talk slow, big smoke in the moonlight. Knock your doors down, shout it till your mind right. East Point, Fulton County, where a nigga from. Got love.
Yeah, man. We'll probably go live tomorrow. We'll probably go live. Fuck it. Caller, what's your name when you calling from?
Leo Houston. Hey, Sean, baby.
Leo from Houston, man. Hey, sound, stand up, man.
Hey, Coach. See, this is the trick that they do to people. They hype Tank up so much because they want the Black American community to follow him, and that's where they're gonna get the money from. They can't sell Tank to the masses because you'll have feminist reporters asking him about the spousal abuse, the court cases, all this. He can't get on TV and stuff like Canelo does, because as much as you want to hate Canelo, you really can't say nothing about his past criminal outside of boxing, and that's the first thing that these reporters look for when a boxer or a fighter comes out. Just like John Jones. John Jones don't sell. He don't sell. He's the greatest, but he don't sell in MMA because he's got all that background on him. That's the first thing all these reporters and these blog sites start talking about whenever he gets out of the fight against you. In order to be the real face of any sport, you got to be able to appeal to the masses, and you got to be able to check all the boxes. It don't matter if you're black or white or anything. You got to be able to say, yeah, I got a clean record. You ain't got no beating women, except drug selling. Now, as long as, they don't know who you sold the drugs to,
So what does, I kind of disagree with that because you had people like Mike Tyson. He had a checkered past. He was still a draw. But it was a different era. I will say that was a different era.
Yeah, dude, that's the 90s. That's
mass appeals. But Tank,
now we got the feminist movement, Coach. Now we got that feminist liberal shit all over the place that, they're looking at you weird already because you're a fighter. You know what I mean? They're looking for anything that they could bring up on you, and they're never going to make money with Tank like that. Floyd, yeah, he had his little past, but you got to remember, Floyd had already made his name before he got all that on him.
But Tank,
everybody Floyd was.
But I got to push back on you on that, dog. Like Tank is a draw. There's no fighter. There's no Black American fighter that's a bigger draw than Tank. Who's a Black American fighter that's bigger than Tank?
But that's my point, Coach. And that's what they use it for, to sell to Black America. But he can't be the face of boxing entirely because they can't sell him to the masses because of his background. Or not even his background. It just happened months ago.
When you say the masses, what do you mean by the? You talking about the masses of America or the masses of boxing fans? Because the masses, a lot of the boxing fans.
No. The masses of America, not boxing fans. Boxing fans don't make it.
The masses of America. The masses of America don't watch boxing anyways.
But that's what I'm saying, Coach. So you can't be the face because the face is known by people that don't watch boxing. People's grandma know who Canelo is, and they don't watch boxing. They're like, oh yeah, that's that boy that fights. You know, it's just.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I mean, yeah, we just going to agree to disagree on that, Leo. But your point well taken, man. Salute to you, fam. Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, cause see, Tank is a draw. Like Tank is a draw. Like now, listen, his fans gonna ride for him. Like Tank is a draw. Tank have Mexican fans. Definitely got the African American fan base. Like, and Tank is a draw. Everywhere he go, he's selling out arenas. So he has a big enough fan base to where they're going to come out and buy and support and watch him fight. Now, I'm trying to understand where he was coming from, like making Tank a crossover star. I guess he's trying to say crossover star is it's a different era. Is Tank a crossover star? In this age, I think social media will be considered crossover. He's a crossover star like that with the social media, you know, the younger kids, stuff like that. You know, so he's not he's not a commercial star. Like, you know, like back then with Tyson, he had the Tyson Punch Out and all that stuff, that big endorsements. He may not be a commercial star in that aspect, but when he fights, he got all kinds of celebrities want to come see him. He's selling out the arenas and stuff like that. So he's probably not a commercial star, but he is, like, again, I don't what black American fighter that's bigger than that sell more than Tank Davis? I can't say Bud. You know, Bud is a draw, but he don't sell more than Tank. Errol Spence is a draw. So, you know, maybe you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. You know, I don't know. And again, I'm not a Tank Davis fan like that, but I can't take that from him. That boy is a draw now. He is a draw. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up? This guy calling from Savannah, Georgia. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound like you on the Bluetooth, but I got you. Ty from Savannah, talk to me.
Yeah, man. The thing I hate about this whole Spence thing is, like, we always wanted a rematch. We wanted a rematch. We were dreaming about 2 and 3 fights. And the thing about it, if they had to fight on a timely schedule, they said they had to fight in 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
And if Bud would have won like we all projected, Spence could have rebounded with the guys. PBC still had 2 belts. He could have rebounded with the guys over there, and we would have ended up getting a rematch. But now we stuck with this single one-ass beating that we got now, and we didn't even get a rematch. We actually got cheated out of fucking 2 good fights. We probably would have had a great fight the first fight, because back then before
they could have had a trilogy, and this is what I hate to say this, but this is what BFTB was saying in that video. That's why I posted that video on Instagram and on Twitter. I took it and I edited it. The reason why I didn't upload it on YouTube, because this is his content. He probably would have struck me for it. So I said, let me put it up there where other people can see it. This is what he was saying. He came out and admitted, man, we just got behind Al Heyman because he was black. But man, Al Heyman was blocking fights. He wasn't allowing certain fights to happen. Like Spence and Crawford should have been fought each other years ago. He literally came out and admitted this shit. I was shocked. The biggest Bud hater, the guy who called Bud Top Rank Toby, called him a slave, Kunta Kente, that guy admitted that, man, you know what, man? It was Al Heyman that was blocking that fight. Al could have been made that fight between, Errol and Bud years ago, but we just got behind Al, gave him a pass because he was black. That's exactly what he said in that video. That's why I told you guys to go listen to it.
I watched it yesterday on your page. The thing about it, like, that 2015, 2017, 2018, 2017 era, he was a lot more durable.
Yeah.
He could fight a little bit laterally, but he was still a come forward, fighter for the most part, but he was a lot more durable. And that would have been a way better fight than what we just got. And then if he would have just rebounded and beat Thurman or Porter, whoever the fuck over there, we would have got the rematch at probably 2021.
Yeah. They dropped the bag on that over marination, fighters hardly fighting. It's like they just waited too long, and it is what it is, man. And you had dudes game banging, riding, it's like whatever Al say, that's what it is. And call Al. And I'm like, it never made sense to me, because I'm hearing in one breath these guys are saying that we are our own boss. in one breath, but I gotta call somebody else to get permission to make a fight happen. Wait a minute. If he is your advisor, do you work for him or does he work for you? He does what you tell him to do if he's the advisor. Now, unless he's more than an advisor and we don't know nothing about that, then that's something totally different. But if he's the advisor, hey, look here, man, I got that, see that whole head cheese sandwich over there? Look, I want to fight that dude. Hey, look, man, you know I'm advising you not to take that fight. Look here, man, I know you advise me not to take that fight, but you work for me, I don't work for you. Listen, I want to make that fight. I need you to make that fight. You know, you work for me. You are my advisor. Advisors work for the fighters. Fighters don't work for the advisors.
Fact.
Oh man, you get what I'm saying? So that they should have been fault.
That's fact. I'm like Ron Boy said, I'm sick of Spence. Hopefully after Tim Zoo dispatches Lubin, put his ass in there with Lubin or Fundora and get him up out of there. Because he'll probably lose one of them fucking guys. But that's the rest of my call, Coach, man. I'll catch you on the next one.
Shout out to Ty. Savannah, stand up, man. Hey, shout out to Big Sarge. He said BF is only saying that because Al Heyman is doing the same thing to Devin Haney. Oh, exactly. Yeah, you're right about that. That's exactly why he's saying it. I'm not saying, Big Sarge, that what BF said, he said it with sincerity. No, he's not saying it with sincerity. He's still the same slime ball that he is, but we got to recognize the truth when he says it. See, my thing is this here. I don't have to like you to give you credit for saying the truth. I don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. He's still the same guy that he's always been, but the only reason why he's saying this, you're right, because he see the politics that's going on with Devin Haney trying to make a fight with Tank. And because he's team Bill Haney, and Bill Haney is on their team, he has to come out because it's affecting the guy that he's riding with. So you're 1,000% correct about that. True. You're 1,000% correct about that. So my thing is this here. If you are your own, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I'm my own boss. I don't have a job. I don't have a job to where I'm working for someone else and I get a check, right? When I want to fly to LA, I can fly to LA. When I want to go to Vegas, I can go to Vegas. When I want to just pick up and go somewhere, as long as I have the money within my budget to do it, I can do it. I don't have to answer to anybody, right? So now if I had to answer to somebody, like, hey man, I need to take a day, I need to take a day off and this and that. It is what it is. It doesn't matter. I'm not making the type of money that those guys are making, but I'm just saying, if you are your own boss, you call your own shots. And if you have someone that's an advisor, like I have an accountant, my accountant works for me, right? Now I will follow the advice of my accountant, but if I'm in the comeback sport and I'm like, dude, look, I want to fight this dude. I need you to make that fight happen. Don't tell me you're your own boss, but I got to call somebody to make a fight happen. Well, if he say no, it is no. No, because a lot of these dudes, they were hiding behind Al Heyman. Let's not put it on Al. A lot of these fighters, they were hiding behind Al Heyman. They didn't really want those fights. Some of these fighters didn't really want those fights. They was hiding behind Al Heyman. Al is the one that got thrown under the bus. And again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. I was the one getting thrown under the bus, but how do I know? We saw it. We saw when Errol Spence put his foot down and say, look, man, I ain't thinking about what Al talking about, but let's make this fight happen. And Errol Spence made that fight happen. That's why he said, you need to thank me for making this fight happen. And Bud gave him some five. Remember that? He shook hands because I remember when I was in Omaha, he was like, look, man, I'm talking directly to doggone Spence. Al blocking the fight. Spence went on ahead and made that happen directly with Showtime against Al Heyman's wishes. And guess who admitted it? BFTB admitted it in that video. True. We talking about the number one Terence Crawford hater. The one who labeled Terence Crawford top-ranked Toby. Number one PBC pom-pom shaker. The number one Deontay Wilder reverse cowgirl rider. He admitted it. Look, man, we pretty much full of shit. We rolled with him because he was black. We were pushing the narrative. He pretty much admitted it in there. Y'all go watch that video. I don't want y'all to turn on him. If y'all was down with BF yesterday, don't turn on him. Stay down with him. Just like y'all turned on Blue Blood Sports TV when Blue Blood Sports TV switched his position. Carla, hold on. When Blue Blood Sports TV switched his position on Terence Crawford, when he got with BOK Prime, a lot of dudes turned on Blue. Don't turn on him. If he was riding with them niggas yesterday, continue to ride with them today. True. And shout out to Blue. Me and Blue all right. But if he was riding with him yesterday, ride with him today. Don't turn on him because he ain't pushing the narrative no more. You get what I'm saying? Be a fan of the sport of boxing. If you stand on the side of boxing, you can never go wrong. Carla, what's your name when you calling from?
The Villain, Coach, Southside Minneapolis.
The Villain, man. Southside, talk to me.
Shit. Damn, Coach. Yeah. I heard you earlier mentioning content creators. I just wanted to give a shout out to Goodfellas. Goodfella TV. He put me up on you a couple years ago, Coach.
Yeah, Goodfella, man. But, CJ, man. Shout out to CJ, man. I always forget about him when I be naming good channels, but yeah, CJ, man. That's a good dude, man. Detroit, stand up.
Yeah, but the thing about Tank, I mean, Brother Wa'id is, I think he deserves to complete the trilogy of getting his ass whooped, just like Wilder first, then Spence. He turned down $20 million guaranteed to fight Godzilla or King Kong. I don't know which one he's playing. He'd be, but the option. He had a chance to get that, but like you say, Coach, he wanted to take $20 million to fight another motherfucker. The tomato inside the goddamn can, and then you got brother. Y'all talking about the 140-pound division. All them motherfuckers, damn near all of them is ducks. If you got Hitchson, I looked at BFT. He put a video up there showing Hitchson ducking Matias, and before that you had Ryan and goddamn brother Wa'id. Damn near everybody else trying to get Hitchson to fight Hank. Brother Haney when goddamn Hitchson got a chance to fight Matias. Shit, what the fuck is going on with that? And Tio, the only thing I'm looking for Tio Lopez is after he fight, if he wins, if he don't announce that he gonna enact his motherfucking WBO super status, ain't no need to listen to him no motherfucking more.
Yeah, if he win, and he say he want the Terence Crawford smoke. If he win and say, look, I'm going to move up, activate my super status to challenge Terence Crawford, I would love to see that if that's what he want. Again, Bud is in a position to where he can pick and choose what he wants to do. He earned that right. And if it was good for Floyd Mayweather, if it's good for Errol Spence, if it's good for Tank Davis, you can't sit back and have a double standard with Bud because you niggas don't like him. See, you niggas, and when I say I ain't talking about you, my brother, I'm talking about the people I'm addressing. Because he's not a PBC fighter, he ain't the guy that y'all was riding with. He's not the Al Heyman boy. So you guys want to pick and choose when you want to get behind certain black fighters, but yet you're supposed to be pro-black in one breath, but you shitting on other black fighters in another breath while screaming racism and white supremacy in another breath. Like these dudes are some of the biggest hypocrites, and they participate in the victimhood Olympics, and they operate with double and triple standards. You get what I'm saying?
Now you got me wondering. Now you got me wondering which defeat would be worse for the PBC: Wilder getting hands put on him for that third fight, or what happened to Spence. I'm starting to think if Brother Wa'id get hit worse than what they did, that'll really just shut down shop. Shit. Take a bad boy. I ain't gonna lie. That's a hard. That boy from Baltimore. That's a hard hitting mofo, but. Again, man. Hey, he talk all that big shit, but he want motherfuckers to get weight restrained though.
All right. Hey, shout out to the Villain, man. Salute, fam. Hey, y'all know my motto. Hey, look, y'all know my motto. I ain't put no nigga in the window protector program. If you tell me this guy King Kong, he better be fighting Godzilla. If you tell me, goddamn it, he Mojo Jojo, he better be fighting the Powerpuff Girls. If you tell me, goddamn it, he's Skeletor, he better be fighting He-Man. If you tell me, goddamn it, he Mum-Ra, he better be fighting Lion-O. You get what I'm saying? If you tell me he King Kong, he better be fighting Godzilla. Like this where I'm at with it. I don't put fighters in the winning protection program. These dudes be, listen, I tell you, it's so funny because I never seen a bunch of broke bitchified niggas before in my life on social media. These niggas be living in Section 8 apartments with their baby mama arguing about money that they don't have. True. Arguing for fighters who living in mansions. You know the crazy part about it? Carla, hold on. This for all of you Errol Spence man fans. All these live shows y'all be doing, arguing and debating, hating on Bud, bigging up Errol Spence. Spence don't even acknowledge you niggas. Like literally, he don't even acknowledge you niggas. These dudes have a net worth of 8 figures. They live in it. He told you on Twitter. Yeah, I might be a one-trick pony, but I'm traveling all over the world. I'm a multi-millionaire. You know what I mean? My kids in private school, and I retired my mommy and daddy. The same niggas who arguing for Spence, some of you niggas don't even know who your daddy is. You broke. You living with your mama. You can't even help your mama pay rent. But yet you want to get online and threaten people, send gun emojis, but you can't even help your mama pay rent, and you arguing about a multi-millionaire and the invisible man out here, and you still can't even see this nigga. Y'all are some of the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever seen in my life. Literally. Shout out to Abel. Hey, okay. We're dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said for the Mexican Cup, whenever someone like Canelo fights, it's a whole family party. It's a big barbecue and drinking. And then he said Spanish culture is to celebrate when there's a boxing event for Canelo. All right. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Sheila from Cali.
Sheila from Killer Cali, talk to me. It's 2 Sheilas in the chat. So you Sheila from Cali.
Sheila, the one, I'm the original, the one and only Sheila from Cali. There are 2 of us. Hey, Sheila Johnson. What's up, sis?
All right, Sheila from Cali, talk to me, sis.
We got that clarified.
Right.
I'm going to choose my words wisely here. I love your show. It's great, very informative. But question to you, and I know you have a lot of knowledge on the skin politics and stuff with your background, and you know more than I do. But is it wrong for black fans to support their black fighters? I mean, just, I'm just off the rip. I mean, we get dogged out so much. And you have to realize that sometimes we get the short end of the stick. And I don't think there's anything wrong about supporting our fighters. So
you want me to answer that? You want me to answer that question?
Yes, please. I don't want to go on and on.
Yeah, I answer that question. I've always said that there's nothing wrong with a tribalism in boxing. If you white and you want to support white fighters, nothing wrong with that. If you black and you want to support black fighters, there's nothing wrong with that. Tribalism is human nature. All of us are tribalists by nature, so there's nothing wrong with that. My thing is just admit it and say that's what it is. Don't sit back and make boxing arguments. You want to make a boxing argument using a tribal. You want to argue boxing while using tribalistic. Conversations or talking points. There's nothing wrong with that. Just say that's what it is. If that's what it is, fine. But don't get mad when someone else does it. Don't sit back and call other people racist. Oh, the Mexicans don't support Mexicans or the whites don't support whites. When you admit that you want to support your own kind, if that's what you want to do, there's nothing wrong with that. The problem that I have is this. The hypocrisy. You say your code, and I have Nelly Fuller. I always talk about Nelly Fuller because I read his book 3 times. You have your code where you say, okay, we're going to support black. We're going to stand on the code and support our own and give our own the platform. You say that in one breath, but you shit on fighters like Terence Crawford. You call him top-ranked Toby. You say he a slave. You talk about his mama. You talk about his family. You say all this stuff. So you pro-black in 1 minute, laptop shaped revolutionary in another minute, but all you do is attack other black fighters in the name of pro-black and tribalism. And then you tell me that because I point out the hypocrisy and the double standards of your tongue, then you'll turn around and say you're a cool another time sellout. Well, some of the most racist things that have been said about a black fighter from Omaha, Nebraska have came from black boxing fans and black content creators online. So miss me with that bullshit.
It's a shame. Yep, it's a shame. Yeah, and I'm glad that you cleared that up. Yeah. It's like, I don't know if I'm using the right analogy here, but like crabs in a bucket. Is that what people say? It's like we want to pull, instead of helping one another, we sometimes pull each other back. When I'm talking about the black community, that's what I represent.
Yeah.
So, and then also I applaud Canelo's fan base. They show up and they show out. And I think that's amazing. I think it's amazing. If you're African American and you're for your race, or that's not a good word to use, but not tribalism, but
I don't give a
support.
Let me tell you something about me. I'm not one of these overly sensitive beta male progressives that's going around today. I'm not a part of the what's that word I'm looking for? Where everybody's is overly sensitive in today's time, and political.
I know.
I'm not a political correct guy. I'm gonna call it the way I see it.
Incorrect.
I don't give a fuck about Democrats. I don't give a fuck about Republicans. I don't give a fuck about the white races or black races, Hispanic races, Asian. I don't give a fuck because I'm not here to pander to anyone. I'm gonna call it the way I see it. I'm my own man. Hear me out. I'm my own man. I stand on my own too. You either down with me or you not down with me. It's simple as that. I don't give a damn. I'm 100% man. I'm gonna stand on that. I ain't bending for nobody.
Alpha.
Yeah, that's it. So.
Okay, well I'll wrap it up. I don't want the clock to go off, the Jeopardy clock, but I love Bud. He's a class act. He is a real class act. And I looked up a Sigma male because I wasn't sure exactly what that was. Yeah. And that's him. That's him to a T. And those eyes, when he gets that look in his face, like them dark eyes, I get scared.
When you say him, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about Terence.
Yeah, he's a Sigma male, yeah.
He's Sigma male. And when he gets that look in those eyes, it's like if looks could kill. They get real dark. Like his mom, sometimes when she gets mad, I can see it. And it's all done. It's a wrap for the opponent. At that point, I'm like, this is done. But anyhow, Coach, thank you for clearing that up.
All right, shout out to Sheila. Yeah, man, like y'all gotta stop trying to y'all gotta stop. Y'all just gotta stand on your square, man. Be a man. I came up in the era when men were men, and you just stand on your square. My mother was a real woman. My mother, she was in the Black Panthers in the 60s. My mother, she passed away when she was 54 years old, right before her 55th birthday. And my mother was a straight shooter. My mother's name was Betty Jean. Betty Jean didn't play. She was a straight shooter. And I'm kind of like the male version of my mother. Like, she like, look, say what the fuck you gonna say that shit, stand on that shit and mean that shit. And I was trained around a bunch of men when I came in the Nation of Islam, my uncles and stuff. But when I came in the Nation of Islam, I was trained by men who stood on that shit. So a lot of that stuff that I did get out of the Nation that was good, a lot of those principles still apply to me today. I stand on that shit right now today. I ain't pandering, dog. I did the racehorse. I did that shit for 25 years, half of my life. So I know what that's all about. That ain't shit. It's about the haves and the have-nots. When it come to boxing, only thing Coach Malachi give a damn about is when is we gonna get the next fight. I ain't here to talk politics. I ain't here to talk about racism. I ain't here to talk about, the white man, the black man, we got to go ride on this and that. Don't come to me with that bullshit because I see what you niggas do every day. All you do is tear down other black fighters. You shit on them. You defecate on them. You say some of the most violent things against them online, but yet you want to chastise me and talk about me because I call out the bullshit. Oh, man, you cooning and this and that, while you ignoring the fact that you cooning like a motherfucker. True. Only difference is you cooning in the name of being pro-black. Miss me with that bullshit. Do your own research, do your own studying, and find out who Josiah Henson is. If you don't know who Josiah Henson is, shut the fuck up. Shout out to LJ Wright for dropping a half a dub. He said, get him, coach. Salute to you. Shout out to Leonardo. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a dub. He said, I see Rick Timms in the chat. And no D-Block, H-Town. Stay on Dallas Neck. All right. It is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. I call it the way I see it, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
We're going to take a short station identification break, and when we finish, we're going to get back to the phone calls.
Experience the hottest comedy showcase of the year. The one and only undisputed king of comedy, Mo Williams and Friends. February 2nd at the legendary Temple Theater Ballroom in Meridian, Mississippi. Calling all comedy lovers in Meridian, Jackson, DeKalb, Scuba, Toomsuba, Laurel, Hattiesburg, and all points in between. All roads lead to 2320 8th Street in Meridian, Mississippi. Friday, February 2nd. Doors open at 7 p.m. Show starts at 8 p.m. Come party all night with celebrities like Melvin Farmer, Keith Wallace, Big Dip of the Goody Mob, and Freeway Ricky Ross. Tickets are selling fast. Don't wait. Get yours at Queen City Friday Night Comedy on Eventbrite and secure your spot now. For more info, call 808-225-9063 for the hottest comedy showcase of the year. Friday, February 2nd at the legendary Temple Theater Ballroom. Live streaming available at www.rosstv.vhx.tv.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna be at that event, man. Meridian, Mississippi. I'll be there, man. The old boy coach gonna be there, man. Me, my brother, Freeway Ricky Ross, Melvin Farmer, gonna be a whole bunch of people here, man. Keith White, what the brother name? I forgot the brother name down out of Miami, man. Dade County, man. I forgot the brother name. He one of the best rappers I've heard. That dude is a beast. We'll be in LA on the 26th at the all white party, the Snow White party. Freeway Ricky Ross's birthday bash. He's grand opening of his dispensary as well. As a matter of fact, I forgot the address. I got to drop the address. I will be dropping it. Y'all come out and hang out with us, man. We're going to have a whole lot of fun, bro. All white party. It's going to be a lot of people there. Lil Boosie going to be there. TMZ, some people from TMZ going to be there. Who else going to be there? It's a lot of motherfuckers. Melvin Farmer, I told him Marv. Man, I got to get a list of all the people who gonna be there, man. So I'll be there, and I'm gonna be at the Teofimo and Jermaine Ortiz fight as well. Phone lines over, man. 530-494-9636. Y'all call the old boy, man. To this day. Really though. True. It is what it is.
When it comes to boxing, we got it on lock. With your host, Coach Malachi Williams at True Media Boxing Radio.
True. Yeah, man. So, I got Beterbiev winning tomorrow night. I'm picking Beterbiev to win. That's my prediction. I do not know who's on the undercard, to be fair. But I got Beterbiev beating Callum Smith under I don't know what the over and under is, but I got him stopping him around like the 9th or 10th round. I'm picking 9th or 10th round stoppage. That's what I'm picking. 9th or 10th round stoppage with Beterbiev and Callum Smith. I do know Beterbiev is old now. He's an older fighter and all that stuff. That I do get it, but I like the dude, man. I like this fight stylistically. If Callum Smith is not able to control the distance and range with his jab, and now Callum Smith can crack. He does have good punching power, so he can crack. But he can crack. I will give him that. But I'm just if he can't control the distance and range, something just telling me as the fight goes on, it's going to get wore down. It's going to get wore down. And I think that Beterbiev systematically is Beterbiev is going to go through some issues with Callum Smith because of the length, the way he works his jab and stuff like that. I don't know what type of conditioning that Callum Smith is going to be in for this fight. He's going to need it. I like the way Beterbiev cuts the ring off. He has pretty good feints, educated footwork, and he has a way of systematically breaking you down from top to bottom, different levels, punching power, throwing punches in different angles. The way he works his jab, the way he works his feints. Pretty much how he, changed the speed on some of his punches, and he has a way of once he gets your timing down and he's able to make you miss some shots and stuff like that to get on the inside, it's a wrap. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Curtis from Long Beach.
Curtis from Long Beach, talk to me.
Man, I'm gonna take Callum, man, because I fuck with Eddie Hearn, and that's Eddie Hearn fighting, man. I'm gonna go ahead and take Callum. You know what I'm saying? Because Eddie Hearn. I feel like he the best promoter in the game, and he be out there talking his ass off of Callum. So I'm gonna go and fuck with Callum. So I'm gonna fuck with Callum just because of that. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn be doing his job, man. I fuck with Eddie Hearn, but I do like Callum, so I'm gonna take Callum. And as far as Terence Crawford goes, I think he should do like the greats before him. Go and retire, let these motherfuckers get hot. You know what I'm saying? Come back on your Floyd or Sugar Ray shit, get big money. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, cause it really ain't nobody that he gonna get big money for right now. So just go and sit it out and let these dudes, see who emerge from the group, come back to one more big ass fight.
This fight is hated. I mean, this fight is being fought on ESPN Plus though. So, but Callum Smith is his promoter is Eddie Hearn. That what you're saying?
Yeah. Because even right now they got a little bet going. So if Beterbiev wins, Eddie Hearn got to wear a top ranked shirt to his next press conference or whatever, and then vice versa. So I fuck with Eddie Hearn. So you know what I'm saying. I like and they showed him and Bob Arum interacting, and that's why it's like the people that don't really watch boxing, y'all don't get a chance to see that stuff. And Al Hammond, you don't ever see him. So I don't know why y'all can fuck with him like that. When you see these dudes getting along, you see Eddie Hearn talking to Oscar, you see him talking to Arum, you know what I mean? Like, these dudes is making fights, man. Al Hammond ain't, and all his fighters is old now, so it's like, man, he might as well do business with everybody. he ain't getting no money from nobody. Like, go on, let them dudes fight and make their money, man. But y'all gonna like what y'all like, man. But I fucks with Eddie Hearn, and I'm hoping that he does sign Jerron Ennis.
Yeah, we'll see, man. That's gonna be up to Jerron Ennis. They got a decision to make. So you got people arguing on behalf of PBC, saying no, he need to stay loyal to PBC. He need to go over there to Al Heyman. And I'm like, because a lot of these guys, are not fans of boxing. They're fans of networks. They're fans of advisory companies. Like Curtis, let me explain something to you, brother, before I go. In my almost 50 years of living, right? In my almost 50 years of living, I've been watching boxing for a little over 40 years. I've never in my life seen fans argue on behalf of promotional companies and networks. This is some new booty shit. I'm not used to it, and I'm not going to conform to it. I've never decided I never made a decision on whether I want to watch a fight or like a fight or not based on which network a fighter is on. I'm not going to gang bang on a fighter because he ain't signed to Don King Promotions or he fighting with Top Rank or whatever. If that's the case, I never would have liked Marvin Hagler. I never would have liked Sugar Ray Leonard. I never would have liked Tommy the Hitman Hearns or Salvador Sanchez or Tito Trinidad or Zuma Nelson. But in today's time, you got some of these ignorant fools that I like to call Nick Sacks. These dudes argue vehemently 10, 11, 12 hours of their day for a network, for an invisible man who they don't see, they don't know what he sound like, and they can't tell you what he looked like in 2024. You can't make this shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
man,
shout out to you,
you.
man. Shout out to Curtis from Long Beach. Salute.
All right, man.
Yeah, man, sign the contract. 60-40. Shout out to Lee. Lee, he said crabs in the barrel, except the barrel is not their natural habitats. Good work, coach. Okay. Salute. Shout out to Yaka Flash. He said, great content, coach. He said, love the show. He said, when you finally going to admit that D-Block is your long lost son? Hey, you talking about some facts. Hey, shout out to Chris McCoy. Dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said, salute, coach. Just got off. Had to jump on and show some love to the family in the chat. 100. Blessings to everybody in the building. Salute to you, Chris. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to LJ Wright. For dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He say, Coach, before you go, can you inform the people who Uncle Tom really was? He say that way people will stop using the phrase Uncle Tom sellout. Well, okay, yeah, I can break that down. That's easy. There's a woman by the name of I forgot the sister's name. It's a woman, I forgot the woman's name, but she wrote a book called Uncle Tom's Cabin. Uncle Tom's Cabin was based on a character, a real life person by the name of Josiah Henson. Josiah Henson is not known who his parents was, but he was a former slave, and he ended up escaping slavery and freeing himself and his family. And he escaped through the Underground Railroad, which is on the way to Canada, you know what I mean, to free his family. He used to come back and forth from the Canada to the United States to free other blacks who were slaves at the time and lead them to freedom to Canada the way he led himself. So that book, Uncle Tom's Cabin, he's the historical Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom was the hero. The bad guy was Sambo. Sambo was the one who sold him out, and he got captured, and they ended up killing him. So Sambo is the bad guy, right? What happened was a little bit of revisionist history as time went on. I think the Hollywood or not Hollywood, but the media around that time, they used to hold plays and stuff like that, and they used to depict, Uncle Tom as a sellout. The name Uncle Tom, they used to depict him as a sellout. He was lazy, used to sit around and eat watermelon and chicken, just all the racist shit. You get what I'm saying? And so the term Uncle Tom became more derogatory as time went on. So when people say Uncle Tom, they're talking about the sellout version of Uncle Tom, not Josiah Henson. Josiah Henson is the historical Uncle Tom. Josiah Henson. That's why I say, look up Josiah Henson, read Uncle Tom's Cabin. So when people say Uncle Tom, they're talking about the revisionist history version of Uncle Tom, the sellout and coon and all that stuff there. But Sambo is the one that's really the sellout. So That's what it is. That's why I tell people just to do your own research so you can get an understanding where these talking points come from, what it is. Because people like Malcolm X, he used to call people Uncle Toms. Uncle Tom is known as a sellout in today's time. But when I talk about it, I'm always talking about, hey man, the historical aspect, Josiah Henson. Because I don't fit the sellout category. People, yeah, you're a sellout. Well, okay, what if I sold out? The truth is looked upon as, when you tell the truth to the narrative, you know, you got people, ignorant people who are trying to label you things that they literally have no information about. They're ignorant to it, and that's fine. I can handle it.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
I think the woman who wrote that book, I think her name was Harriet. I think her name was Harriet. Harriet, was it Harriet Beecher? It's been so long since I read that book. I haven't read that book in years. I think it was Harriet, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see who else in the chat. Hey, shout out to doggone Passive for Beauty. Passive for Beauty. Salute to you, sis. What's going on? Shout out to doggone Rick Timms. What did he say? He said, I still have the novel. It was published like in 1852. Yeah, I have it right here on the shelf. See, hey Rick, man, I got John Henry Clark over here, Dr. Ben, Joseph Diop. Man, I got doggone, man. I got so much stuff over here, man. Shit, I got it, man. I got damn near, I got damn near everything, man. Secret Relationship Between Blacks and Jews. The Blackout. I got Black Messiahs and Uncle Toms. Black Messiahs and Uncle Toms is a damn good book, man, to get. You'll understand where the Messiah complex come from. You'll get understanding of why you have people who like the idol worship and look for deities and stuff like that, especially in the black culture, in the black American culture. It talks a lot about that. That's a good book. One of my favorite books, Black Messiahs and Uncle Toms. I like reading books now about just marketing, advertising, money. That's all I give a fuck about. I don't read damn near all the other shit, and it's useless information to me. Because if it can't help me, if it can't help my health, if it can't help me increase my net worth, that's all I give a damn about. All the other shit don't mean a goddamn thing to me. Like my thing is, I'm the type of guy like this here. I want to know, when you tell me, hey man, man, they holding her back. They keeping her down. We can't make it. You know what I mean? Look what they doing, the such and such. I said, well, goddamn, how Floyd Mayweather was able to navigate through all of that racism, white supremacy, and become a multimillionaire. How LeBron James was able to do it. How Oprah was able to do it. How countless of others that we have examples of who are privileged in America, living lifestyles that the average person, black, white, Hispanic, or Asian, will ever live, how they was able to navigate through it and get it. A lot of these guys, they what I like to say, they try to they want to relive, they want to play revisionist history. They want to try to not relive, but it's a word I always say. They want to try to reinvent or relive, like make the 1930s 2024. Yeah, man, we went through back in the 30s and 20s, such. I'm like, yeah, but what does that have to do with you not being successful in your life? I'm just saying, dog. Like they like to try to use 1930s talking points in a modern era, and it just doesn't apply. It doesn't apply. And and this is what guys like this do. Do you get what I'm saying? It's kind of like revisionist history. They want to try to, dude, you ain't even lived through that shit. Nigga, you was born in the 90s. You ain't been through none of that shit. Like, what you talking about? Why you can't come up today? Who holding you back? And on social media, you'll get these same broke ass loser mentality, shea butter laptop revolutionaries. They'll listen to a Dr. Umar Johnson. They'll listen to a Tariq Nasheed. They'll listen to a Professor Black Truth. They'll listen to Sinetta TV. They'll listen to Sarah Suit and Seti. And then they'll watch a Hidden Colors video 2, 3, or 4. And then they'll be like, yeah, man, they think they know something. True. Dude, them niggas is hustling you. They hustling you. They saying some real shit, but they using that to hustle you to get money. Like if I am a hold on. If I'm a poverty pimp, I need people to believe in the rhetoric that I'm speaking. I'm gonna say some real shit. Yeah, man, nigga, I can recite this and recite that. Yeah, but how is that information going to help me today? It's called useless information. If I can't use that information to help me, like, yeah, you saying some real shit about what you read in the book or what we went on, what happened with this and that, but how can that information help me today? How can that information help me increase my net worth? How can that information help me to be able to provide a safer place for my wife, children, and kids? How can that information help me to become increase my credit score? How can that information help me to go in there and get money from the bank? Find out what are the lending practices of the bank? Like, what are the lending requirements of this bank so I can go in there and get that $50,000, $100,000 line of credit? Because I got it before. And I'm going to get it again. True. Caller, what's your name when you calling from?
Yo, Coach, this Mason from Flint, Michigan. What's going on with you?
Mason from Flint, talk to me, fam.
Oh, man, ain't much, man. It's Tenderoni Friday, man. Shout out to the Tenderonis. I got two things, man. My first point I wanted to make was, like you were saying, like you was just speaking on, it's 2024, man. That the white man holding me back shit, I get it. It's still systemic racism out here, but ain't nobody holding nobody back from getting this chicken, man. Any nigga that want to get some chop right now can get some chop. It's for the taking. Mm-hmm. Now, how you go about doing that, that's on you. But it's free enterprise, man. The world wide open, man. And there's so many different ways to make a dollar out here. The shit ain't even funny. The second point I wanted to make, I was listening to Showbiz today, right? And I heard a nigga say he want to see Crawford and Spence go to 54, win 2 titles each, and then fight for undisputed again at 54. I'm thinking in my head, like, nigga, that'll take 10 years. Like, who got time for that shit?
Yeah, these guys, some of these guys, they talk like that. Bro, if you listen to these dudes on Twitter and social media, like Showbiz has a 99.99999% casual fan base, and he panders to them very well. He does a good job. You know, he's getting his money. I take my hat off to him. But these guys talk like this shit is just so easy. Like, you see how long it took us to get the Crawford and Spence fight. just to get that first fight, we had to go. Listen, we had to go through wrong side of the street. 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, take whatever we give you. You top rank Toby. You box with ESPN and top rank. I box on PBC, Showtime, on Fox. Like, we had to go through all of that. We had to go through gun emojis. I got shooters, ski masks. You better not come to the fight. Doggone drop the addy. We had to go through all that just to get the first fight. Come on, man.
Like you say, waited 5 years for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now he's talking.
Sorry about that, my brother. I cut you off. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, you good. I just, like you say, man, I think Crawford should just move on. Like, both of them boys rich as shit. They can both retire, ride off in the sunset. They both going to the Hall of Fame. Them boys ain't hurting for nothing. And as far as that PBC shit go, man, that shit ain't looking bright, bro. The future for the PBC, that shit ain't looking too bright from where I sit. Now, what might happen tomorrow, I don't know. But as far as, things stand today, like, they ain't even announced no fight cards. The niggas that's over there fight once a year. And then they being set up fights. And then when they get in front of some elite competition, you see them get dog walked. That PBC shit, that shit dead, bro. That's just the way I feel. Maybe I'm being a little too, harsh on them or whatever. Mm-hmm. But if Amazon ain't giving them boys no money, I can't see Al Heyman going in his pocket and financing that shit. That's all I got, Coach.
Hey, shout out to Mason. Salute. Now, you heard what Mason said? Mason said, man, if Amazon is not giving them an annual budget, he don't see Al Heyman going in his pocket. And what did I tell you guys? I say, bro, you can't have Wakanda if the vibranium is coming from the white man. For anybody who's new to this channel, let me explain this to you. Where did I come up with the concept of Wakanda? It's a fictitious reality that doesn't exist. It's a figment of your imagination. What do I mean by that? It's this fake black utopia that these shea butters online take so much pride in. They look at something, they look at Wakanda, this represents us, this represents black people. Nigga, how? Wakanda was created by two white people, Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. How can you take pride in something that was created by two white guys? When you talk about this represent us, yeah, the two white men created something that you have racial pride in. It's not real. How can you be pro-black in one breath, but yet you're taking pride in something that the very same white people who you say are racist or against you created for you? Fool. So how does that translate into boxing? As BFPB so eloquently stated, admitted, we got behind Al Heyman because he was black. And we thought that when the PBC was formed, it was for us. It was for black people. It was supposed to help us and help us get over the top and give us the advantage in boxing. He say that's what him and the LDBC. That's what they got. That's why they got behind PBC. Al Heyman, it got us a multimillionaire that's in business with white people, getting money from white people to fund his so-called black company. I broke that down so eloquently, done several shows on it. And I showed you the parallel between Wakanda, Jack Kirby, Stan Lee creating your black paradigm, Wakanda, your utopia over here, and Waddell and Reed, who financed the PBC, white hedge fund, financing your black utopia in PBC. Same thing, Wakanda, PBC. White man created it. White man financed it. Same thing. White. True. And when your black PBC fighter fought, when they was with Fox and Showtime, guess who paid them? The white man. True. How do I know? Because it was coming from the networks. So you can't be talking this doggone, yeah, man, we pro this and pro that. We got to get behind the black man when the guy who you riding for, he don't even practice that shit. Floyd Mayweather around here wearing $20 million watches and stuff, wearing ice and stuff. He ain't think about y'all while you dropping down on your knees, worshiping Floyd, worshiping Al, who you can't see. Guess what? They get money from the white folks. And guess what he had to do? Now he had to go get with the other white man, doggone Jeff Bezos of Amazon. True. If you can't finance your own revolution, if you're depending on white dollars, the white man to finance your black utopia, guess what? You don't have a black utopia. You have the illusion of a black utopia, when in actuality, it's a white man's reality for you. True. I'm glad some of these shea butters starting to wake up. That's why I showed you that video that BF gave. Now, I don't like the nigga don't like me. That's fine. But guess what? I'm not gonna throw the baby out with the bathwater. He finally admitting everything that I've been saying all these years. He's finally admitting it. That's why I told y'all it's bullshit. What I always tell y'all, if you stand on the side of boxing, you can never go wrong. Whatever your tribalism is, your racism is, or whatever issues you have, that's between you. Whatever your racial insecurities is, that have nothing to do with Coach Malachi. If you feel racially inferior online to whites or to blacks or to Hispanics or Asians, guess what? That's between y'all. I don't give a fuck. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Do you get what I'm saying? Let's give everybody a round of applause. I want to see the next fight. I'm not coming over here to digitally gang bang over multi-millionaires. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to make sure we can continue to pay this mortgage on this house that's sitting on a lake. That's what I'm focusing on. All that digital game banking stuff, all that stuff there, because it is what it is. I ain't trying to go back, do no more time, get no more FBOP numbers from the feds, no more DC numbers, no more count time. No more rec call. No more, y'all get up, let's go to the chow hall. I ain't trying to do none of that shit there no more. I've been there, done that. I'm trying to get some money. Shea butters want to argue. Want to be YouTube Huey P. Newtons. I ain't trying to be the YouTube Huey P. Newton. I'm not trying to be the YouTube Malcolm X. I'm trying to beat y'all at the bank. True. So be it. And I'm going to tell you guys something before we shut it down. And I use this analogy all the time. The space shuttle. I use the space shuttle analogy all the time. And okay, this Coach Red. He said it might not work. Okay, Coach Red said it might not work. I use the space shuttle analogy. I'm going to give you two analogies before we go. When you first start out and you have goals that you're trying to accomplish in life, you're going to have friends who you've been knowing for years. You're going to have people who when you're on your journey and they meet with you and they're on your journey, you're going to have people who started out with you. They may end up falling off as you go further down your journey, right? So whatever your final destination point is, before you get there, you're going to lose people along the way. What does that mean? That means that the people who start out with you, it's not always meant for the people that start out with you to be there with you at the end of your journey. Did you get what I'm saying? So because in life, you're going to grow. You're going to evolve. I don't see the world at 49 years old, going on 50, the same way I saw the world at 19 years old, at 29 years old. I have evolved. I have grown. I have elevated. I don't have a victimhood mentality anymore. I don't participate in the victimhood Olympics anymore. I'm not on the oppression Ferris wheel anymore. I don't even indulge in those types of conversations because it's useless to me. I did it for 25 years. I didn't get anything. I know people who believed in that. They died broke. While Minister Farrakhan is still in Chicago, living in a mansion, got millions of dollars. My granddaddy died broke. Ain't nobody come see him. He's buried in the white man's graveyard because he was in the military. Farrakhan didn't come see him. Mustafa, nobody came to see him. The royal family in Chicago and the nation, they still doing good. But guess what? I seen Rahman die broke. I seen Hussein die broke. Brother B.I. die broke. Dr. Khalid Muhammad die broke. Jabril, all of these, Sister Tanetta. I seen all of these warriors die broke. Dr. Ben died broke. John Henry Clark died broke. Sister Frances Cress Welsing died broke. So what you talking about? At the end of the day, they die broke. Them people who you think you gonna ride for, them people ain't think about you like that. It's all talk. They ain't about that. They gonna come over here and type, say what they gonna say with all caps, and that's it. That's about as far as it gonna go. You better focus on getting you some money, man, and leave that goddamn Shea Butter Laptop Revolutionary shit alone. True. Take it or leave it alone. A hint to the wise is sufficient. Another thing, I believe in the law of attraction and the law of resistance. Everything in the universe is created in polarities, right? You're going to have negative. If you have the negative, you got to have the positive. If you have darkness, you have to have light. If you have good, you have to have evil. If you have life, you have to have death. But it all serves the same purpose. When you're trying to accomplish a goal or you're trying to achieve things in life, no matter how big the goal is or how small the goal is, you're always going to have the law of resistance that's trying to keep you from accomplishing that goal. Meaning the law of resistance represents the difficulty that you're going to go through in order to launch off into space. The bigger the goal, the greater the resistance. So the way the law of resistance works, when you pray at night and you pray for certain things, you got to put action into your prayers, right? So when you pray to God for certain things, you say, I want to do this. Lord, I want to make more money. Oh, I want to learn how to do that. I want to learn how to drive trucks. I want to become a doctor. I want to do this. I want to do that. Now, once you speak that into existence, there are certain things that you're going to have to do in order to reach that goal. Certain steps you're going to have to take. Now, the way life works is this. Life works like this. Oh, that's what you want to do? Okay, cool. The universe is going to line it up for you to get there, but it's going to be a whole lot of obstacles in your way. The law of resistance. Most people, when they reach difficult times in their life, when they're trying to accomplish certain things, most people give up and quit. Just imagine the space shuttle launching off into space, and it has this megaton rocket launcher attached to it. And the rocket launcher is powerful. It's designed to shoot up enough rocket fuel and fire so that it can launch you off into space. The reason why the space shuttle is shaking violently trying to get up into the space atmosphere is because the gravitational pull of the law of resistance. But if you hang on and fight through that adversity, fight through the gravitational pull of the law of resistance, fight through the obstacles, fight through the setbacks, once you get up into space, the higher you get up, the weight of the gravity gets lighter and lighter. And then once you get into the Earth's atmosphere to the point to where you don't have the gravitational pull of the Earth anymore, the rocket detaches itself from the space shuttle, and the gravity pulls it back down to the Earth. It lands violently, and the space shuttle is off into space. But guess what? If that space shuttle gets shut off, or that rocket was to run out of fuel, or that rocket was to turn off while that space shuttle is trying to launch into space, guess what? It's going to fall back down. So the moral of the story is this here. When you go through difficulties in life, don't give up, don't quit. If you really want that, if you really are that what you say you is, and you really want that what you say you want, continue to fight through it. Understand that failure is a part of success. Understand that adversity is a part of success. And if you give up when the times get tough, and you give up when you fail, you really didn't want it in the first place. You wasn't built for it. Let's give everybody a round of applause. That's what I'm about. That's what Coach Malachi is about. I've been there, done that. Let's give everybody a round of who called the show. Give them a shout out to Tender on the Fridays. I got Batervia winning by knockout, 10 rounds or less. Shout out to D Block. Hey, okay. Shout out to Mike from West Texas. Hey, okay. Shout out to JB from Charlotte. Hey, okay. Shout out to D Well from Michigan. Hey, okay. Shout out to Jeff from Killer Cali. Hey, okay. Shout out to Rob Boy Fresh from DC. Hey, okay. Shout out to Jamie from New York. Hey, okay. Shout out to Leo from Houston. Hey, okay. Shout out to Ty from Savannah. Hey, okay. Shout out to the Villain from Minneapolis. Hey, okay. Shout out to Sheila from Killer Cali. Hey, okay. And shout out to Mason from Flint, Michigan. Let's give everybody a round of applause. And since the day is Tenderoni Fridays, you know we got to give a shout out to the Tenderonis, the PYTs, and the honey dips. Boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy, I want a honey dip. The girls are so fine. I'm looking for a honey dip. Yeah, honey dip, boy. Lord, honey dip, boy. Anyways, we got to give a shout out to everybody who gave a cash app as well. Let's give a shout out to the cash appers. The cash appers come first. Shout out cash appers, and let's see. Shout out to Don D. Hey, okay. Salute to you, fam. Dropping a quarter of a dub on your boy. He said the spoon fam loves the content. I appreciate you, fam. I appreciate you. And shout out to my main man, Robin Vincent. Hey, okay. Dropping that half a dub cash app. Now let's go ahead. Oh, we got another one. All right. Got another cash app. You know, we love the cash apps over here, man. We love the support, man. This channel is nothing without you guys. The reason why this channel is so good is because of you. I told you guys I was sent down from the heavens by the boxing gods, and they sent me down here to clean up everything. That's why I'm here. You had a bunch of channels that was doing it, but it was something unique about my voice that you guys resonate with, and that's why we are almost at 31,000 subscribers in a 3-year time frame, right? So I really appreciate you guys. This show was nothing without you. I'm never gonna get to the point to where I think I'm all that, to where I disregard the fans. If it wasn't the subscribers, if it wasn't for the supporters, and I look at you guys as family, this show would not be as hot as it is. This show is hot because of you. You guys support the old boy. Whether you support me out of love or whether you support me out of hate, either way it go, y'all support me. So I'm gonna keep on rocking. I'm gonna hold the line. I'm gonna do everything I said I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna be on the take. I'm gonna call it the way I see it. I'm gonna keep building bridges to why we should get fights, and I'm not gonna build barriers for why we shouldn't get fights. Believe that. But guess what? I'm gonna call it the way I see it, and I'm not gonna try to pander. I ain't pandering to no goddamn body. True. Shout out to Tay Hill. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy. Cash App. He said, not quarter of a dub, quarter of a hundo, $25. He said, Coach, you spitting facts. I appreciate you, fam. Shout out to you, fam. Look like we had another one. We had another Cash App. I think that's it. Shout out to LJ Wright.
Okay.
These are the super chatters. Shout out to Chris.
Okay.
Shout out to Yaka Flash.
Okay.
Shout out to Lee.
Okay.
Shout out to Leonardo.
Okay.
Shout out to Abel.
Okay.
Real Dude Uprising.
Okay.
Jesus Garza.
Okay.
The Martin 9400.
Okay.
Shout out to New Age Zilla.
Okay.
And shout out to Super G.
Okay.
Let's give him a round of applause. Going over here to the 100 Deals, PYTs, and the Tenderonis, boy. Shout out to Key from Tennessee.
Okay.
Mo Easy.
Okay.
That Florida girl. Shout out to Mimi24.
Okay.
Shout out to Sheila Johnson and Sheila in Cali.
Okay.
Shout out to Goddess.
Okay.
My sister. Shout out to Passion for Beauty.
Okay.
The lovely Duchess of Wisdom.
Okay.
Shout out to Sabrina Lee.
Okay.
My sister Lisa Bells. Love, sis.
Okay.
Shout out to Jackie Hernandez, the beautiful Jackie Hernandez.
Okay.
My sister, Food Revolution. Shout out to you, sis. But Food Revolution is savage, boy. Her and my other sister, Blessed 365. But listen, boy, I don't want no smoke from any one of them. Shout out to Tila.
Okay.
North Omaha stand up. Shout out to my sister Nick Rich.
Okay.
Fee on the Tube.
Okay.
The lovely Amina.
Okay.
Green Eyes Pete, that girl from Liverpool.
Okay.
Salute to Danetta.
Okay.
Shout out to Bree.
Okay.
Ebony 76, my sister.
Okay.
Shout out to Felicia Williams. Salute Felicia.
Okay.
La Jessica's in the building.
Okay.
Karma Serene, the Terence Crawford hater. My sister, that's my girl now. Karma Serene, that's my sister, man, but she hate Terence Crawford.
Okay.
Shout out to Carl, man. Shout out to Kiara.
Okay.
Shout out to Summer in November.
Okay.
Salute to Elena.
Okay.
Nate with the A. Shout out to Nate with A.
Okay.
Let's give all the sisters a round of applause. Tenderonis. And you know, before we go, we gotta say all praises due to the Most High, the Most Exalted, the greatest human being on the planet Earth, Mr. Al Heyman.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and sing Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? I'm about to
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
If you were sitting here, hate watching the show, didn't want to hit the like button, Riley, talk to him.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
And to the haters, nothing has changed.
Let me address something to some of the haters out there about me. Y'all can kiss my ass. Twice.
Stand on that shit.
Come fucking with me, you gonna get knocked the fuck out. I'm a knockout artist, baby.
It is what it is, man. Like as I said before, man, you ain't gotta like it, but you better respect it.
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. I'll drill y'all. Stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name.
And since this is Tenderoni Fridays, I would like to thank all of the Tenderonis. If you are looking for a man in Shango shape and you trying to find someone that's your king that's going to deliver you, bring a kingdom to your feet, you know what I mean? I got somebody for you. All of my sisters out there who looking for that strong Mandingo warrior in Shango shape. He's looking for 2 wives.
And by the way, ladies, and I'm telling you the God's honest truth. By the way, ladies, I'm telling you the God's honest truth. By the way, ladies, I'm telling you the God's honest truth. I had a dream, and spirit confirmed to me in the dream that I'm supposed to have 2 wives. And since it came to me in my dream, it is official and it is authentic. It was approved by the heavens. They will not be the same complexion, because I don't want to be accused of being a light-skinned supremacist or a dark-skinned supremacist.
If you don't want to be accused of being a light-skinned supremacist or a dark-skinned supremacist, I do understand. Let's celebrate that.
Hey, yeah. Ooh, that look good. Hold on.
Do it look like those three guys are suffering from racism and white supremacy? Nope, look like they was having fun to me.
True.
We running things.
Yep, that's right. I'm running things. Cream corn. That's why they call me that. Smooth. I got more measure for your pleasure. Stick with me, baby. I'll have you farting through silk. And let a nigga mess with me. I'll jump on him. All 93 pounds of pure dynamite.
Hey, we gotta make it do what it do, man.
Don't everybody believe in Google? Go Google that shit.
You feel me?
Y'all know what the fuck I talk about when I say these things.
Baddest motherfucker on the internet.
I'm one of the baddest motherfuckers of all time.
Really though.
I'm Rick James, bitch.
You feel me?
True.
Let's say express your prayer for all of the Wakandas, the Shea Butter Laptop Revolutionaries, and the Knicks.
And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because He helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes. He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island. Lord.
If the Lord can help Gilligan get off the island, he can wake up these Wakandas, and he seem like he woke up BFTB. I hope that brother stay on that path. Something telling me that he's not, though.
Fuck with your soul like ether. Teach you the king, you know you. Godson across the belly. I prove you lost already.
It is what it is, man.
Hurting the group. I'm the best thing ever happened to this damn group. Nobody's bigger than the group. Y'all ain't stupid. I'm the one selling the records. They coming to see me. They coming to see the Temptations. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Shout out to my brother Booger Ray Leonard and Eddie the Hitman Hearns.
Sunshine when tanks gone.
I'll smack the shit out of you in front of everybody.
Only dark times for you.
I mean, just throw Haney's name in the hat. There is no fucking hat.
Ain't no sunshine when tanks gone.
I don't play them type of games.
Leonard L.B. Why you always talking about me?
Didn't you fucking learn your lesson from that? With AJ?
Ain't no sunshine when tanks gone.
I'll knock that motherfucker's hole out. Period.
Only dark times for you.
Ain't no hats to throw nothing in here. We're running a fucking business.
Ain't no sunshine when tanks gone.
You fucking idiot.
Leonard L.B. Why you always talking about?
I feel like Eddie the Hitman Hearns, you know what I mean? Ain't no sunshine for you shea butters. Only dark times for Wakanda. Ain't no sunshine for the shea butter laptop revolutionaries. When Coach Malachi is on the scene and I can give two fucks about you. True. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Cedar from Cali. Shout out to the Metal Hendrix. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to my main man Stephen X. Shout out to Jose. Shout out to Jamie Rivera. Shout out to Ahmed. Shout out to the Natural. Shout out to Eric Young. Mimi 24. Brady 12. Shout out to Veal. Salute to my main man Rick Timms. Shout out to the boxing historian. Shout out to Metal Hendrix. Salute to Reborn 325. Ishmael Barroso. Salute, brother. Shout out to Chris McCoy. Corey Bradley. Monta King Boxing. Ahmed. Metal Hendrix. Salute to my brother JC. Nelly Content. G5 from the Bronx. Salute, fam. Who else we got, man? Who else we got, man? I'm seeing the same name. Schoolo X-Man. Salute, brother. I said all the Tenderoni. Shout out to PD Russell. Frank Forrest, what's going on, baby boy? My main man, Eric Grimey. Eric G is in the building. Knockdown 305, Dade County's finest. Who else we got, man? Who else we got? John B. Poetic. Shout out to Darnell. L. Harvey in the building. The lovely Connie Stevens. Salute to Miss Connie. Do I have Miss Connie on this list? Oh, I got Miss Connie on here. I ain't got Miss Connie on the Tenderoni list. Oh, I said your name. Shout out to Miss Connie Stevens. Damn, that's Miss Connie Vintage Tenderoni. Shout out to Jacob Bernard. Shout out to John B. Poetic. Fast Car Eddie. Salute, fam. Summer in November. Who else I'm forgetting? The one Mr. Ham, man. Salute, fam. Shout out to Alan Meadows. Alan, what's going on, brother?
Hey, okay.
Kenneth Johnson.
Hey, okay.
Jason Phillips.
Hey, okay.
It is what it is, man. I don't know. It look like it's a troll in here too. I'm not going to acknowledge the troll. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. If I forgot your name, please forgive me, man. Let's give everybody a round of applause. And shout out to all of the tenderonis, the PYTs, and the honey dips, man. We do this for you. And we do this for the fans in the sport of boxing. You love boxing, man? That's what we really do it for, man. If you want some other stuff, this ain't the channel for you. You might want to unsubscribe and leave. This ain't the home for you. Shout out to the tenderonis, PYTs, and honey dips. Hey, man, y'all know what time of TI is, man. We the hottest boxing podcast on YouTube. We're not the biggest, but we are the hottest. When it comes, y'all know I hold it down by myself, man. So yeah, it is. I'm hotter than fish grease. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. I can talk a cat off a fish truck, and I can bring a dead possum back to life. See you guys tomorrow, man. We having a fight party for the Baturia fight, so we will be doing a fight party. You know, guys know my motto. Got a video dropping tomorrow as well, but you know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend that Coach Malachi Williams is the hottest boxing podcast on YouTube. True Media Boxing Radio. I see you.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.